it's a whole another class, yeah, the rebel, because in centimeter, my height is about actually under 170 centimeters.
What
So
is
yeah,
170?
I can't even compete a single moment in any basketball round. So yeah, it's common to say that, yeah, it's 100% out of my business, right?
What is 170 centimeters? I'm a dirty American.
What
Hold
is
on.
that in freedom units?
I don't fucking
I'm
know.
looking
Just
it up. It's you're. Oh
go
my.
go fund yourself,
You are.
inferior users.
You are less than 5'6". Very cool. That is.
Wow.
Wow. Or no,
Ooh.
Just barely, actually.
bro
Just
is.
barely 170 if I, yeah, slept well. That's it.
Bro is a little guy.
Mhm.
Holy shit. DeWill is the size of my thumb.
Okay, I don't. That's. Ooh.
God fucking
DeWill,
damn it.
DeWill, we haven't.
You are the second guy who make fun of me for my height after Ramen, my best and worst friend.
DeWill, so when they were making Lord of the Rings, you know how they did like the perspective shots to make like all the hobbits look small? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen Lord of the Rings before?
Yes, but I am intentionally not trying to remember that scene particularly.
Oh, okay. So we have like a non-zero amount of we have like a you were probably the most likely TF tuber I have that I could meet in person, because of where we both live. So when we meet up, we need to take a perspective shot of the two of us where we look like we're like you look like you're gigantic and I'm tiny. So we can change the narrative to Will.
Like that one picture of Germa where he is like actually 3 foot something,
Yes.
but the perspective is changed so it looks like he's just a normal short person instead of a hobbit.
Will, do you understand?
Oh. I'm trying to not understand it.
Oh,
That's good.
that's fair. Yeah.
A good strategy.
That's
Because also I am very busy editing a fixed TF2 video.
oh, hooray. That's a nice
Yep.
segue.
But
Into
you know what? It'll gonna be not a yeah, we can do it kind of video. Yeah. You will, yeah, question me about my mental health if you see this.
oh boy. That's the best kind of video. I love it. I love videos like that. I love it when I watch a person's video and I'm like, wow, what machinations drove them to make this?
DeWill schizo posting for
Not
saving
not
TF2.
schizo, but more like a depression maxed out.
I see. He's doomer pilling everyone. He's black pilling everyone.
That's what I got accused of doing
Someone stop
on the show. I got lightly accused of doing it on the podcast I went on recently, which was interesting. That's
Actually, even if doomers would, I think even if doomers should agree on signing on petition or something, because you don't lose anything on the trying, But the problem is, the more I look into it and thinking that Valve's current moves, yeah, it's hard to not get pessimistic about this.
What is the thing that is making you the most pessimistic then?
Deadlock, to be honest.
Yeah, you think they've moved on? They've got their new IP. They don't need TF2
no. I am I am very fed up because they just keep on doing it. Just tinkering with their own, you set up a toy for a while and just fucking move on, and then make that toy rot away. That kind of thing. Yep. Oh, it's going all again. Yeah.
It's possible. It's not like it. I guess it is a shooter, but that's it's kind of similar now that I think about it. They could just be throwing away the old toy and getting a new one, but
I truly endorse Valve as a single-player game developing company, but as a online multiplayer game maintainers, holy shit!
yeah.
I'm also kind of, I won't say pessimistic. It's more just like I hope that something happens, but like realistically though.
That's gonna be the theme of the video, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, me being slowly getting insane. Also.
But yeah. Also, welcome to UFR 18. We are live. We are here.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. We are glad to be here. So I wanted to go over a few things before we get into like the main topic of today's stream. I had like a few things I wanted to go over. The first one is to address the question mark circle in the thumbnail. So chat, basically what happened was a bunch of people told me that they could potentially be on at some point today. But none of them actually committed to me that they'd be here. So I decided that I basically told them that any of them could join at any point during this stream if they wanted, and I would just deal with it.
You still trust in people?
Yeah, basically. So today's something. So today is going to be could be either an episode where it's literally just me, Alan, and DEWILL, or an episode where it's like 5 or 6 other people. So yeah, that's basically the gist of today's stream. In fact, I'm going to remind everyone yeah, I'm going to remind everyone that is the thing.
Yeah. Oh, a precaution though, because I will stutter a lot, because being a non-native English speaker is a very, very harsh thing. Expect a lot of very unnatural talks, you know.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure I would stutter more in Korean.
But we are talking English. That's the problem.
You'd stutter more in. Actually, no, I'd stutter in Japanese. You actually speak Japanese pretty, like, smoothly when you figure out what you're trying to say.
No. You shouldn't expect every Korean to speak Japanese.
I was talking to Alan.
Oh,
no,
thanks
he was
God.
complimenting me.
Alan speaks Japanese.
Thanks God.
Alan's Japanese is better than mine, so he speaks it much smoother.
That doesn't mean it's good, for the record.
Alan is fluent in Japanese. That's real. That's true. It's a joke.
So well, we're gonna start watching the video together, right?
As soon as he gets us that watch together link.
Oh, thank you. I almost forgot. While I'm doing that, I have also a few other things to say. For those who missed out, I went on a Swishcast recently. That's just the video we're covering. Sorry, I went on Swishcast recently, and there you go. I went on Swishcast recently and talked about the TF2 bubble, which was very cool. I very much enjoyed that. They kind of softed that I was doom posting, or at least a few, like one of the people who said I was doom posting or that my video was doom posting, and that was an interesting take. There are a lot of interesting takes about the whole TF2 bubble thing. I recommend going to check it out. It was a very civil discussion. I was glad to be on. That was really, really cool. So yeah, that was awesome. Let's see. There was one more thing. Oh, there might be something special happening tomorrow, because I almost changed the topic of today's coverage into something completely different. Because someone you guys might know, Mewtwo King, the Smash player, reached out to me like 3 hours ago, asking me to cover a video of his that's coming out an hour from now. And I don't think I didn't really have time to like cover that with to clear that with him or talk about it further. So I didn't want to just switch UFR to being about that. So I'm probably going to cover it tomorrow on stream, doing kind of a mini UFR thing for anyone who would like to join and watch that. We're gonna go over basically the whole Pax Leffen thing, which I've been covering since it started over 3 years now, which is very cool. So you guys can stay tuned for that. That's going to be cool. I'm excited about that. And that should be tomorrow, if everything goes to plan. So yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to cover. DeWill, do you have anything else you'd like to say about your upcoming video?
Upcoming video? Oh, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, right. I haven't uploaded the video for nearly 2 years now, because one, I had some inner life issues, and two, I kind of fed up on TF2. Not because TF2 is a bad game, but this current situation of the game, you know?
Yeah.
Valve doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, basically the video I'm gonna release soon, in 24 hours at least, will be, about addressing that. Fixed TF2 currently happening in few hours, and then, no, actually, anyway, it will happen soon. Yeah, I'll take it like that. Anyway, the fixed TF2, my thoughts about it, and I fucking hate Bell, yada yada, and the words probably gonna have a question in your guys' mind, thinking, wow, DEWILL has gone insane or something. Because while scripting and recording this video, oh god, I can't even
Went to
explain.
went to some dark places, I imagine.
Anyway, you can basically you can hear me having a mental breakdown in that video. If you want to see it, tune in, I guess.
Nice. Alan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
What were you up to? What'd you get up to today?
What did I get up to today? I ate kushikatsu. I ate fried things on skewers.
Very
it was
cool.
Very good.
That's
very greasy, but very good.
That sounds yummy. I had a much less interesting food palette. Although I did have. Oh, hi, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Fish. What did you eat today?
Yeah.
Hey, Fish man.
I had cereal today.
What kind though?
Apple Jacks.
Oh hell yeah!
Welcome to the panel. Did everyone in chat was wanting you to be here for some reason? I'm not sure. Were you summoned by an external party?
I don't know. I just I got pinged on the Discord, and I was just like, you know what? It's been a while since I joined one of these. I may as well.
Hell yeah! That's glad to have you. Nice.
Yeah.
This is something of a Royal Rumble because no one committed that they were going to be here, but a bunch of people said they could potentially show up at some point. So
oh hell yeah!
So this is just gonna be whatever it is. Also, I'm covering the Hacks Leffen stuff. If you've been keeping up with that at all, tomorrow.
I have not.
That's not today. That's tomorrow. Yeah, that's I'm excited about that.
I saw something about like whatever was going on with Leffen on Twitter or something. I had no idea what any of that was.
Oh yeah, it's
a documentary or something.
Oh yeah, no, it's some. I gotta make sure I'm researched. I'm excited. But yeah, no, what have you been up to before we get started? We're kind of doing a little roundup here. What have you been up to lately?
Oh god, lots of stuff. God, what videos I make just fall out of my head as soon as I finish them. God, what have I just made?
I mean, you made your taxonomy video a really long time ago, and I haven't gotten to tell you how great that was yet in person.
Oh yeah, the subclass video. That was a fun one.
That was awesome. That was a
like
great
2 months ago, but I appreciate that you like that one.
No, that one was great. That was unironically one of my favorite TF2 videos I've watched recently. That was. Oh
wow.
It stuck out a lot in my head because you covered it in a really concise way. The way it was all written was really good.
Well, I appreciate that. I'd had that script written out for like, I want to say a year and a half or something, and I just like finally got around to actually making it as a video.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It turned out really well.
I can't even understand how people are having that much reserved scripts in their pocket.
I actually don't have that many scripts written back. It's just like that was one of those that I had for a while. It's just like, maybe I'll make this one, maybe I won't.
Till, I fucking envy you because as a outside U.S. citizen, I'm having a massive mental breakdown every time I try to script down a video. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. Like it's just hard scripting in general. I can't imagine what it would be like if English isn't your...
goddamn grammar cuts me off guard every time.
Yeah, I feel you. All right. Am I missing anything? Alan, am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
Oh,
join the watch together.
Yeah, join the watch together.
Yeah, you forgot the most important part.
Oh, I had one more announcement. The next, because I already announced it on the Switchcast, so I wanted to double down here. My next video is going to be about funk, and it's coming out on the 10th, a week from today. Or no, a week from tomorrow. Sorry.
Have you interviewed him or something?
I have not interviewed Funk. No, I've never talked to him. Just
Oh yeah, understandable.
It's a follow up to my my TF2 bubble video because I have a lot to say about Funk, more so than the other 4 people I talked about. So I wanted to give him his own video.
I guess so.
But yeah,
Funk, if you're listening, you're welcome to come on.
Yeah, true. Alan will be like, ee! And he'll get all happy and shit.
I will kya a little bit.
That's gross. Don't never say that again. Actually, that was kind of disgusting. But yeah, no. Today we're covering Uncle Dane, which is also a throwback. That's the first creator we ever covered on UFR.
Oh my god.
So that's a throwback. I don't think we covered, and then we covered his covered his hot takes video. That's what we started off with, and we covered his random crits video on episode 4, I believe, and 14 episodes later, we are back to covering Uncle Dane with his new video that I'm excited about because I've heard good things about it. I've not seen it yet.
I saw it.
What do you think? What have you thought?
I think it was pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. People have been telling us to watch an actually good video, so I'm hoping that's what this is. Yeah. I'm looking forward to talking about it because I like the concept. I think the concept's really interesting. So I think we'll have a lot to talk about with this one.
It was a fairly good video too. Yeah.
Are you guys ready then? We good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing further ado.
Dispenser going up.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. It's a horrible time to pause. I need to make sure that the overlay is not horrible.
By the way, I really can't stress enough how that dispenser spot on the Badwater is by far the most useless spot in this entire map.
I've never seen this spot. I don't know where this is in Badwater. I haven't played the map.
Badwater second, garage spot.
Yeah, it's like behind the roof of the second point.
Yeah.
Like no one ever goes back there unless they're flanking, like trying to flank the roof, which like most people just kind of push up the stairs or just brute force their way through the choke.
Sentry there as an ambush, I might understand, but dispenser there, I really don't understand. I mean, it's a classic in TF2 community now, the Uncle Dane intro, so I don't really care, but still, it's kind of funny how that dispenser spot is that useless.
Someone in chat
I
said
guess if you were to put it in a real dispenser spot, it would just be like up against some random fucking wall, and that's not very interesting for a background.
So I can understand, but still, it's funny.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for this intro because, like, you don't know that it is like, oh, it's this spot, you know? It's it looks like he could have made it for the video, because it's such an unknown spot.
Have you guys noticed that there is no stairs on the background where it's supposed to be?
I once again do not know the map well enough to know.
How dare you don't know about the Badwater map? every in and out.
He's a fake man.
I am a fake. I am a TF2.
12-hour Badwater
Oh my god, grifter!
I'm a TF2.
Grifter!
I am a TF2 grifter. We have discussed this.
Does not have Badwater memorized.
It does not have Badwater memorized.
Anyway, yeah, that's just meandering. Let's go.
Yeah, sorry. I for some reason the overlay is cropped horribly, so you could only see like 1/4 of the video. We have fixed it. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Well, I guess that'll do.
When I play Team Fortress 2, it always goes like this. Me and 11 other people from around the world band together and coordinate a tactical move in order to achieve victory against the opposing team. Soldiers bomb the enemy medics. The spy saps the sentry just as our Ubered Heavy rounds the corner to mow down the defensive hold. Engineers!
So obvious exaggerated perspective on how the game is played. Have you guys ever had a game that goes this way? Because I haven't.
Oh
Like
yeah,
super
I had
coordinated?
a bunch of this exact kind of situation when I played at TF2. Because
Really?
in Asia, there are so little active players. Basically 98% of the time, you are gonna meet a opposite. You're gonna meet a 6 comp players stacked on the enemy team. Of course, this happens every time. On my side! Fuck!
So it's just like playing on Uncle Topia then.
Yeah, that's just the only place.
You think Uncle Topia exists in this cursed universe, in this cursed land? There is one. It's a Hong Kong server, and it is, again, still filled with comp players. How can I even enjoy that?
We learned. Was this on? No, this wasn't on stream. Me and Alan were looking at the Uncle Topia, or like how many Uncle Topia slots there are. And there are 20. There is one Asian Uncle Topia server. I thought there were at least 3. There is one, and it is in Hong Kong.
One in all of Asia.
In the biggest continent of the world, there is one Uncle Topia server.
Biggest and most populated continent.
So, this is so sad.
NA EU TF2 players will never understand my pain. The reason why I mainly played MBM is, because there isn't much casual servers I can jump on. That is one of the reasons too.
Yeah, you just don't have any other choice.
Yep.
You are stuck. It is abysmal. I have never had this happen.
Nah, I mean, back to your original question though. I mean, this didn't used to happen, but then after Meet Your Match, then everyone they really brought the competitive scene into TF2.
Yeah, they really brought the community together.
Coordinated now.
Yeah, everyone's very coordinated.
Like, with me, with my personal experience, it is no, I don't have those kinds of experiences. But the other team that I am matched against, they sure fucking do.
Everything goes wrong for you at once, and you're like, fuck.
I am matched with all of the silver badge, fucking poo dispenser, pow, haha, all of these motherfuckers, and then all of the ridiculous people with like 10,000 hours in the game, they're all on the other team.
Yeah.
The game expects me to carry all the little stupid babies against actual gods.
And you should. If you were better, you'd win.
You're right. It's all my fault.
Yeah, skill issue.
Skill-based matchmaking.
Moves their teleporters forward to keep that pressure up in the scout. Wreaks havoc on the back lines in order to give his team the opportunity to edge that cart just a little further forward until finally, at the very last possible moment, the cart is tipped over the edge and the bomb explodes, queuing up the victory music once again while everyone types GG in the chat.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
Okay, yeah, there is something very important about this scenario that
That's a very good intro.
It is a very good intro.
Did leave
a
out.
very
Sorry.
strong intro.
The entire reason why this incredible sequence of teamwork happened is because less than a minute earlier, this simple little voice line rang out across the map for everyone to hear.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
You know, when Ellen McClain...
The pub push.
Yeah, so basically, they're like, oh wait, we have to play the objective, lol.
Yep.
What were we doing?
It does happen.
Yeah, that I have experienced. That is real.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on Upward for some reason. I say for some reason.
Payload in general, I think.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
There's
more
really
true.
benefits from pub pushes.
Yeah, it definitely happens on Payload, I think, more than any other game mode.
recorded that almost 20 years ago. I doubt she knew just how impactful it would be on the outcome of literally every single Team Fortress match. Because before that voice line played, the atmosphere of this server was completely different. Nobody was coordinating. Nobody was thinking about the path to victory. Nobody was focused on the objective at all. The soldier was trying to market guard and the engineer.
I think this intro is interesting to me, right? Because if this were not such a widespread phenomena, I would hate this intro. Mm-hmm. Like if he didn't nail it spot on, like, oh, this is actually TF2. Like
that's just what the game is like.
Yeah, yeah. Like because I've seen intros like this where it is used to push a narrative that isn't entirely true. Like like you get like the you know this has happened, everyone's experienced this, and then they show something. Has this
ever happened to you?
And they just show something that they just show something.
It shows the lady like trying to pour the soda and she just pours it all over herself.
Yeah,
a typical over exaggeration.
Yeah, like this is like the one of the few things where it's like, okay, yeah, you can get away with saying this is what TF2 is like.
You can get away with showing that lady pouring soda all over herself because that's what TF2 is like.
Yeah, that is CF2. For TF2 players, this has happened to them.
Dominating him. The spy was going for a stair stab for the 5th time in a row. The engineer was AFK, and the scout, well, he was still back there messing with the backline. But it wasn't for the team, I can tell you that. He was just doing that because it's funny. This is TF2. You know, this is what it is. This is the entire point of this game to most people, really. Everyone is in their own little world, trying to achieve their own individual outcomes. But when this lady gets...
I
Something want to? Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'll hold because I agree. I agree, but I don't know how much it. I think every game to some extent is that. Like in every game, even in games that are very team focused, like everyone has their own individual idea of what success is, and they're all trying to achieve it in their own way. And sometimes they coordinate with others, and sometimes they don't.
Well, I think with TF2, it's like TF2 is a unique example of a game where it's just like any one individual player can like so dramatically change the outcome of any match just based on, you know, whether or not they're even fucking trying to begin with or how good they are, any of that stuff. Compared to something like Overwatch, I would say, because that's just like that is way more about team synergy.
Yeah, like Overwatch is designed in such a way to where even if you want to do your own thing, the game just says no, fuck you. You will play with the team and you will like it.
You will hate it and you will keep giving us money.
That's yeah. So that's. I agree, but I think that this is true to an extent for everything.
But still, yeah, I'd like to say one thing. In pretty much every game so far I've seen, only TF2 has a room for friendlies nowadays.
That's true.
I mean,
That is also true.
Yeah,
I agree.
So,
You
yeah,
can
I
have
think-
someone that is just like completely fucking around on your team, and it's just like, who cares? That's one guy.
Mhm.
Hell, you can have the fucking top player on the other team be a trollger, and they're still absolutely trashing you. I've had that happen to me so many times.
Yeah, no, that TF2 is definitely a game where individual expression is more common. I feel like you can pick out an individual player more than you can general.
Anyway,
And
yeah,
I think that like
yeah.
incentivizes this sort of gameplay.
Yeah, TF2 allowing people to play a game or not is I think that's the charm of TF2 because sometimes you really don't want to play competitively, you know, but many games nowadays force you to play competitively every single time. It's it's jarring sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't understand why these days games are hyper competitive. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I also miss the days where games were a little bit more casual.
I think a lot of that is because of Overwatch, and just like Overwatch just kind of had this sort of astroturfed ass competitive scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone else saw just how gangbusters Overwatch did in terms of sales and shit. And they're just like, fuck, we gotta copy it, like everything Overwatch did. And that includes making it a competitive experience, even though like from the ground up, Overwatch is just, it's not a competitive game. It doesn't function as one.
Surprise, surprise. Which game did that too? TF2.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so this is a nice little mini segue. I bought a PS Vita, and I've been hey, the PS Vita is a good console, and I very much like it. I will not tolerate PS Vita slander on this podcast. No, I can't be that attached to it. I've had it for like a week. But I've been playing Minecraft. I bought the PS Vita solely to play Minecraft. I bought it for other things too, but Minecraft was the main one. And the reason for that is like a long, arduous thing that I might go into a different time. But the point I'm trying to make is like Minecraft's. If anyone has played the Legacy Console Edition of Minecraft, as in Xbox 360, PS4, PS Vita, PS3, like that era of Minecraft, they had built-in mini games, and those mini games were always some silly shit that was not competitive balanced in the slightest. It was like Hunger Games or very small-scaled Hunger Games and like Spleef and things that didn't matter, things that were you could get better at them, but they weren't a huge deal. And in those environments are what facilitated people having more storied or more interesting interactions with players, where they could see a player and do the little crouch thing in Hunger Games, and then they would just be like, okay, don't kill me, and they would be like, oh, I'll show mercy to this person, we'll see each other later. And like that was
crouch at each other. We are brothers for life now.
Yeah. That could just happen because it wasn't like there was nothing at stake aside from like winning the game. And now if you look at Minecraft minigames today, obviously the Legacy Edition doesn't really exist now, but Minecraft servers today are much more competitively focused. Like Bed Wars is like really cool and shit, but I really miss like the more casual era of Minecraft minigames, and that's kind of just reflected like a whole trend in the industry where there's not really games like TF2 or even Minecraft Hunger Games anymore.
I think there's also a knock-on effect with like certain microtransaction practices like battle passes and shit like that, where now it's like you grinding the fuck out of the game and like trying to win as much as possible so you can get your points, so you don't have to pay money for all the limited edition skins and shit you get. Like that also ends up facilitating that kind of mentality in players.
Yeah, I can somewhat relate.
Yeah, I agree. It's just kind of sad. I think that there's probably a growing demand for games like TF2 in that respect, and I think that there will probably be games that come around to fulfill it at some point. And I look forward to that.
We can only hope.
I think that's kind of already happening with a bunch of indie games, but it's just none of them get big enough to be in the zeitgeist.
It's really hard for indie games to be able to pull that sort of thing. Like all these other companies, they're making successful games. It's just like they don't quite scratch that same itch.
Yeah, I feel
They're
like
trying to scratch the Overwatch itch, and that's a completely different game.
Yeah, I feel like I've never seen another game like TF2 whether being a friendly or competitive is both allowed in the games with over at least 10,000 concurrent players. Yeah, I've never seen any other game allows that other than TF2. I don't think I've seen one.
I mean, MMOs were kind of similar to that. Or kind of
but it's not a online multiplayer shooter, you know.
Yeah, no, it's not a shooter. Like, yes.
For as many of those as there have been, like TF2 is really unique in that aspect.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, that's why I love TF2 and hate to see it dying. God fucking damn it, Valve!
It's very sad. R.I.P.
It's on the loudspeaker and lets everyone know that there's only 1 minute left. Suddenly, then the entire point of Team Fortress 2 stops being individual and becomes a team effort. There's a name people give this phenomenon you may already know. It's called a pub push, and it's basically just that last hurrah that the team gives when the difference between their loss and a continuation of the match or total victory is less than 60 seconds. It could be a complete shutout for 10 minutes straight, but when the time for a pub push comes, it's often the silver bullet. But why is that? Like, why don't people just do this all the time? The objective doesn't suddenly appear at the minute mark. It's there for the entirety of the match. Like,
what do you guys, I know you guys have seen the video, but what would be your answer to that question?
My answer to that question would be that people just like enjoy playing the game for as long a time as possible. That is why game modes like CTF end up being so incredibly popular, because like people just want to play the game for as long as it ends up lasting. And when a game is super ridiculously short, which is what ends up happening when like one team on payload rolls, which happens all the fucking time, then that's fucking boring and lame, and everyone hates that.
That's actually true. That's why there are people saying don't cap on Hightower, right?
Yeah,
because they want to enjoy Hightower more, and I agree with them sometimes.
Yeah,
a lot of people just want to use the map as their own little their own little TDM sandbox, and like once the objective is just like, oh shit, we got to actually do that, then it's just like, yeah, we can play on the sandbox more.
Yeah, I agree. I think that people don't do the reason why people don't play the objective like hyper religiously for the whole game, I think is because they don't have to, and they're taking advantage of that freedom, because that's not something that's typically offered to them in video games, especially now. They're taking advantage of the freedom to just do whatever the fuck they want, because the game will last for X amount of time no matter what they do. And like, I think you see this more commonly on offensive payload, or like offensive payload teams than you do defensive payload teams. Because if the offense team is trying and the defense team isn't, then the defense team doesn't get to play as long, and that's usually what forces the defense. The defense will probably kick into gear quicker than the offensive team does, because it means they get to play the game longer.
Oh God, I can't even. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to take on about this like this. So. Capturing the objective might be fun, but just playing for fun is always fun. Why not? So.
Well, yeah, like it. Yeah. I think that games that you play in the playground have staying power, like based off of the similar. Like the games we played on the playground as kids have similar staying power for a similar reason. Like you could play tag like for infinite time. Because once people start taking the game seriously, it can like go in this peak and valley where like, oh, now we're like actually trying at tag, but then it could be like, oh no, I just want to fuck around and see what kind of dumb shit I can do to not get tagged. Yeah, I think that TF2 kind of has that playground game aspect to it. That yeah, I agree.
But,
Another
yeah,
thing
I-
is,
yeah.
oh,
No,
Go ahead.
no, go first. Go first.
okay. I was just gonna say that like when one team is just like if on payload offense, for example, like one team is just like the like offense is just completely rolling forward, then the other team, like neither team really gets to do anything.
Mm.
And so those moments where payload is just like standing totally still, those are just like more fun.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
people want to just extend those for as long as they can.
Connecting to that and people wanting to extend it, I was wondering if the defense would also throw a little bit, keep the game going.
I've done that personally a couple of times. Where it's just
Right.
like, yeah, I'll let them push a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
I don't want them to get stuck at first. That's no fun for anyone.
Yeah, especially when you haven't did anything funny
Yeah.
in the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can agree on that.
Also, Levi, you said when we were kids, like we didn't just play playground games last night.
I was trying not to out that we played playground games
Yeah,
last
we
night.
played on the playground together. It was awesome.
It was. We went. It was the most. We went from the alcohol store to the playground. It was. It was a great time. And
on slides on little bouncy rides.
no, we played. Have you ever? This game goes by so many names. We called it Mouse on Ground, but it's also called Overboard, I think. It's a game where like there are a bunch of people on playground equipment, and there's one person off of the playground equipment. If they ever step onto the playground equipment, they have to close their eyes, and like hear where everyone is and try and tag someone, so then they switch.
I don't know if I ever played that.
The game turns into this really well because you can climb, everywhere. The game turns into this really fun like clip montage making game where you try and see what dumb shit you can do to escape a person who's found where you are, like how hard you can climb to get away from people. It's really, really fun. And it kind of encapsulates this sort of idea of like you can either play the game hyper seriously and try never to get tagged, or you could try and see like what dumb shit you can do and how like hard you can parkour to avoid getting tagged.
Yeah, you really don't need to scream in megaphone in people's ears directly to play the objective. It's the only fun way to play, like many other hyper competitive shooters.
Yeah.
People seek their fun by themselves. Just let them do their part, and they will enjoy the game more than developers expected.
That's how I try to play TF2. I just want to play the game to like have some fun and just like get funny moments, do some funny loose cannon stuff or whatever. It's just like the other team is just like, no, cart must die.
Very sad.
Oh god, I can't hate enough those 6-man comp team players on the enemy team.
Why does
I just leave those games, but you probably don't have the luxury of doing
Yeah,
that.
No.
I don't have a selection.
Don't
in
have the
my
choice.
What other game are you
I
gonna
don't have an option. Anyway, let's
Nobody
go.
seem to care about winning unless the prospect of losing is suddenly presented to them. I don't have the definitive answer to why pub pushes happen so consistently. I'm not a psychologist, but I do have an interest in game design psychology, so I do have some theories. The main one being that despite the word team being in the title of this game, intentional and formulated teamwork in Team Fortress 2 casual mode is, by design, an illusion. It simply does not exist.
Take.
Real quick though, I wanted to talk about the sponsor of this.
We are not. We are not skipping the ad. We do not skip the ad on this podcast. We watch the ad.
We must feed Uncle with food.
We watch the ad. We make fun of the ad.
None of this will feed Uncle.
I like that it says facto because they couldn't bother to just put 3 letters on each box because they had to space all the letters evenly. So they had to put the R lonely on the other side of the box. That's a good design.
Wait, is it not called Facto?
No, it's factor.
What?
Yeah, no, they really wanted the letters to all be evenly spaced, so they couldn't put 3 letters on one side and 3 letters on the other side. And God forbid they put all of the letters on one side of the box. So no, they put the R is just lonely on the other side of the
Graphic design is my passion.
Good on eyes, but when you think about it, it's fucked up. That's it.
Yeah. See, this is why you watch the ad.
Video food. Factors food specifically. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. Every meal has been
watching this.
What? Yes.
We're watching it.
Okay.
We're watching it. We're watching
Figured
it.
out
It's because
We're just This
because
is a
it's
free
nearly,
advertisement.
it's nearly 1 a.m. in Korea. If I see this, I will want to fucking eat. I shouldn't.
You,
Not fucking
no,
eat.
you would
that
never
depends.
want. You would never want to eat a Factor 75 meal.
No. That goddamn munchkins made me want to eat a donut. Already, god damn it.
This is.
Ahead of time, and all you have to do is eat it. No prep, no mess, a multitude of options to pick from, 35 different meals.
I wonder if they give you. Have you? Well, no, because you didn't know who Factor was.
I've never heard
I
of
was
it before.
No, okay. Factor is not paying me, chat. I wonder if they give you these videos or if he actually made them, because I know
to be like stock videos.
well I know some YouTubers actually make the meals like to demonstrate that they actually did it. But
This is probably stock footage.
it's
Yeah,
probably
almost
stock.
certain.
It's probably stock.
100%.
I don't imagine that Dane has like a giant black glossy rotating table.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
right?
true. Actually, you've got a
I'm
point.
700 to 200% sure. Yeah, 7200% sure that this is this is the footage video sent by the de facto or whatever the kind of company. If not, yeah.
And that's the thing is like they
Impossible.
can just make it be like regular stock footage they picked off of some website rather than having anything representative of their food whatsoever.
That's also
That would
true.
be
I
funny.
although I don't. I feel like that. I feel like the sponsor would take issue with that if I had to guess.
I
Like,
mean, yeah,
imagine if you got
well,
imagine if you got sponsored by War Thunder, you just put World of Warships footage in it. They're like, they won't know.
With
World
more
of
than
Tanks.
60 add-ons every week, and they have
Those
stuff that
circular
applies to
equipment.
diets like low calorie, extra protein, and
Oh well, that's obviously stock footage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's
No, he bought. No, he.
No,
No,
Thanks, God.
Uncle.
Wait,
This
Wait,
is
what
Uncle.
did he
Dane.
buy? Choose your words very carefully.
anyway, thanks God that immediately that busted out my appetite. Thanks God. I don't want to eat diet-friendly fucking food. That tastes like shit.
I
Don't.
think I agree with Nekwu in chat that this is Uncle Dane in the shot. Thank you.
keto. These meals are always fresh, never frozen, and are made
Fuck,
with
my appetite is
high-quality
back.
premium ingredients. I don't know about you guys, but I don't
That
like
chicken
going to
looks
the...
so
I,
dry.
I hope they gave him this
What
footage
was
as
that
well.
green stuff?
That
What
I
was
think
the
it's
green stuff
I
that
think
was being
it's
sprinkled?
I think
That's some
it's
basil
are
sauce.
made with
no, it's got to be like the green chili sauce, right?
Wait, what's pesto maybe? No, it didn't
Yeah,
look like
probably
that.
pesto. Well, I don't know.
No, it looks like green goop.
That
Doesn't
chicken
look like
looks so.
pesto.
You
Pesto's
know what I
got
love
some
on
gluten in
chicken?
it.
I love fake grill marks.
Can you guys stop rebelling about this? The more I look at it, the more pain I'm having. God damn it, please.
So just like look away, and we'll just talk about how the food looks like. I think that's green paint. I think that's green paint actually.
I honestly might agree with you. Also, look at this over on the side here. Like all of that broccoli, there's like no fucking. There's none of the tree part. It's all like cut up stalks.
That's so sad. The tree part's the best part of the broccoli.
Really?
Or no, wait, no. Okay, no. It depends on how the
Other way around?
broccoli's prepared. Yeah, the stalk is the best part, but you can't just leave out the tree part. It's important.
I like only eat the tree part. I can't stand the stalks.
What?
That's all I eat.
The stalks are like the
listen,
crunchy part.
I don't. I
Chat.
don't like when food is too crunchy. Or what I don't like is when there's an inconsistent amount of crunch in my food.
Chat. Press 1 if the stalk is the best part of the broccoli. Press 2 if the tree is the best part of the broccoli.
Yeah, number 3, so broccoli isn't the food.
Don't-
Broccolis are
What
food.
color? What color is that? Is that indubitably green or is that
Shut the fuck up. Shut
Drably
up.
olive.
Shut up, dude. Fuck you. Fuck. Did you?
Everyone is saying they're agreeing with me. The tree is the best part.
Holy shit. Okay. I guess I'm wrong. I guess I'm.
I put this on screen.
You
This is
you are more than
probably
welcome
drably
to enjoy
olive.
the broccoli stalk.
I hate you, Alan.
It's got transparency and everything. Just get to it.
I I hate this so much.
It's mochi.
This is
on
what
chicken.
this
No,
is
it's mochi like
this
a
is
tea or something?
this is what no mochi is a Japanese it's a Japanese dessert. It's basically dough with sauce inside.
It kind of.
It's drably olive, guys.
I hate this joke. This joke's stupid. Because I heard you typing, like looking up what the paint colors were.
Yeah, I had to identify it. You're welcome.
You're a TF2 grifter. You didn't know the paint color name is by heart.
I really don't.
I don't know I don't know the color of TF2's ugliest shade of green.
No one ever uses it.
high quality
Also, no, that's lime green. Lime green's worse.
Oh,
The
that's true.
premium ingredients. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like going into the grocery store. The grocery store is outside, and people are outside. Factor cuts down on the trips that I gotta make to the store.
What was wrong with what that guy was doing?
Outside.
Which one?
I don't know.
What's wrong with him?
What's right with him?
People are out.
But yeah,
This is
he's
just the
probably
average-
taking yeah, I don't know.
average day at Walmart in America.
Yeah.
Average American
Not an average
Walmart.
day. It's every day.
Every
Just
every
saying.
American Walmart. Alan, this is just what you lived in America for some amount of time. You've seen
lived
this.
near one of the worst Walmarts in the country, and I refused to go there.
Yeah.
Lived,
Well,
lived.
I had the misfortune of going to Walmart. This is exactly what it's like.
No, I know. The Walmart I went to-
Every day it's just like, oh boy, it's 7:30, time for the shirtless man to scream with the milk again.
With this fucking his fucking Vans black socks matching the black underwear.
Did he did he take his pants off, or did he just walk into
No,
the
he
store
walked.
like
He
that?
had to
Yeah,
have
he
walked
was.
in. There's no way he took
Because
his.
like he didn't take his shoes off.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he definitely walked in like this. There's no way.
Or maybe he had like very large shorts,
Or
like very baggy
rip-off
shorts that he
pants.
could just kind of slip the shoes over,
Rip off pants.
slip over the shoes.
Does he have a bandana?
Yes.
Yes.
Completes the look.
Why we are dissecting this particular clip?
No, this is
Funny.
This is
Uncle
important.
Dane's video.
This is important. See, this is Fish. This is DeWill's. This is only DeWill's second episode of the show, so he's acclimating.
Factor cuts down on the trips that I gotta make to the store, so there's more time for gaming inside. So why are you wasting your precious gaming energy? Head to factor75.com and click the link below to use.
I love that he said, "Why are you wasting your precious gaming industry?" As in, like, why would you want to cook? fuck cooking. I hate cooking. You're a gamer. You hate
gaming
cooking.
instead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could be
I
gaming with
hate
the time that
cooking.
you cook. What the fuck?
I hate
Hell
a nice
yeah.
freshly baked chicken.
hate that.
I
And
hate
you all hate it
steamed
too.
Vegetables. I
I
hate
hate
freshly cooked
making
food.
pasta. I hate going to the store and checking out all the different kinds of spices and rubs and stuff and seeing how I can make my food better.
Yeah,
I hate it.
that's got to be the worst part. Is like the
Yeah.
shopping at Walmart
And going outside and like seeing the fucking
and the people. The
dude at
people
Walmart,
outside.
the dude at Walmart screaming again. I'm like, oh
But the
man, if
fucking
only I had
store went
Factor.
to- The store I went to yesterday, I went to go look for the burger sauce that I was getting. It's just called burger sauce, and they didn't have it there. And I was
They
so
didn't have the
disappointed.
burgers? Did they have the drably olive there?
They didn't have drably olive either. I do need to go get olive oil, actually.
Drably.
We just ran out.
You know what I do? I buy like the 4-gallon thing at Costco, and then I pour it into a smaller container.
The 4-gallon thing of burger sauce?
No, of olive oil.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, and then you store it in a dark place so it doesn't fucking. The light kills it.
No, okay, this is.
This is.
I
not
haven't
normal.
gone to a Costco in years. I don't live anywhere near one.
Yeah, it's the only way to do that in Japan, like the bulk stuff.
Someone in chat said, "Are they actually discussing an ad?"
Yeah.
Playing Uncle Dane's video.
This is
Yeah,
part
I
of the
have-
video.
I'm having a pain.
Guys, I think Uncle Dane's video would be improved if he had shown himself eating a Factor 75 meal.
I think it
But that
probably
should just be the entire
message
ad.
would've
It's just
been
him
stronger.
sitting in his room, just eating it silently.
I don't think it was Factor. I think it was a different person. It was a different similar thing. It might be in HelloFresh. There was a YouTuber who
Oh, yeah, HelloFresh.
like I don't like, but he did an ad of like HelloFresh where he actually showed himself cooking the meal and like filmed it as a cooking video. And I was like, wow, that's a really good ad.
Good
Holy
job.
shit. Also, everyone in chat is bringing up 2 Fort Twerkers.
We should
Shut
get
up.
them
what
on
that is.
here to discuss.
Chat,
the,
I'm not getting 2 Fort Twerkers on the stream.
2 Fort Twerkers sounds like Subway Surfers or something. Is that?
That I think it's
what are we
a
doing?
parody. But no, we covered his extended rant last stream.
Yeah, last week.
Oh.
Last week during our fixed TF2 coverage.
Yeah, basically a bait.
It was according to him it wasn't, because he joined my Discord the following day and asked me if he could be on UFR, and I told him no, because absolutely.
He's out there to silence the upcoming creators.
I am
Why?
silencing the upcoming creators. I will admit I am silencing 2 Fort Twerkers.
Oh, he did the "You Can't Save TF2." Okay.
it was
You
Can't say
searched
TF.
for it.
It was a very
Yes.
funny video for the.
I've never
admittedly.
heard of this man before.
You'd rather not.
We
but, oh god.
We watched that video with Wheezy, and he it was a treat. Oh wait, we never mentioned. We actually never talked about that. Hey, UFR got the UFR channel has 500 subs. Shout out to you guys. We're all
Hey.
halfway. We're halfway to partner. The new episode of Fixed TF2 episode is at 10K views. It's doing, or 11K probably
wow.
by now. It's doing well. Keep up the
Shows
great work,
how
guys.
much people care about TF2, huh?
Yeah.
Unlike Bell.
Dane50 and get 50% off your first factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code Dane50 at factor75.com to get 50% off the first box and 20% off the next 4 boxes. It's a great deal, so give it a shot. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video.
How he had to use the TF2
So the first thing I want to talk about.
What?
Yes.
What?
I like how he had to use the TF2 font for that Dane 50.
Yes, very important.
Yep.
We're TF2 YouTubers. We always have to use the TF2 font.
Yeah, but on ads.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
let's keep on.
Have I ever done that on one of my ads? I don't even remember. The ads
Stalemate.
fall out of my head even faster than the actual videos I make.
The ad. They're like, finally, it's over.
Yeah.
Seems like the major frustration aimed at certain maps usually boils down to the phrase, it's too stalematey. Typically, these maps have
Okay.
extremely difficult to push choke points, limited flank options, perfect sentry spots, oppressive sniper sightlines, or easily spammable areas that just prevent teams from maintaining a foothold long enough to coordinate an offensive maneuver. This can be very frustrating, but I believe that without these stalemates, Team Fortress 2 would not be the game that it is, and honestly, I don't think it would be very fun. I know that I can't be alone in this when I say that my least favorite matches of TF2 are rolls. When one team just blows through the other without much resistance, and the game is just over in less than 5 minutes. You can blame team imbalance for this, sure, you can blame Valve's flawed matchmaking system, or you can blame the team stacking Discord goons. All of these completely valid reasons, but I think an underrated...
I agree.
Team stacking Discord goons, my arch enemies.
He kind of pivoted from talking about like map design to talking about like, are there maps? This is not to say this isn't true. I'm just curious. What maps promote rolling more than other ones?
Let me think of it. Promoting rolling.
Like what?
Something interesting.
Well, I would say most maps honestly would promote just like maybe that's just confirmation bias, just because I spend so much more time in defensive positions. But I would say that most maps end up promoting like super defensive stalemates a lot more than they end up promoting rolls.
I think some 5 CP maps, unless you're rolling, you're gonna be forever there, right?
Even then, even 5 CP, I feel like the last point is usually pretty decent to defend.
Actually, I really can't think of any TF2 map made for rolling, because every TF2 map has a hard to push last point, as I remember, right?
Yeah, especially payload.
I think.
Did any of you guys see Shonik's recent video? I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah, Shonik, yeah, that's right.
He made a circle map
video. Yeah, circle map. Oh, I love that.
I think most TF2 maps fall into that design pattern where it's easy to win when you're close to your like home base, or it's easy to dig in, but then towards the middle it's more even. So
I think
Anyway, yeah.
my reason why I asked is because he kind of hand waved like. I think a lot of people say that, oh, the XYZ map, you know, Dust Bowl, and then the other ones are they're too stalematey. And then he was like, but I think stalemates are great. I hate getting rolled. And I was like, well, I wonder what TF2 maps like are too rolly, you know, for lack of a better word.
I'm just not sure if they're really like
Yeah,
5
they're-
CP maps can maybe fall into that category sometimes, but
Anyway, yeah.
I feel like the team already has to be rolling. It's not like, oh hey, if even if they weren't going to roll, they could now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as I've seen, there is no map promoting rolling explicitly is there. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Someone in
it's
chat
usually
said
the
Hydro.
Hydro? Who even plays that?
What? I don't know. I don't shoot the
I
messenger.
tried to get into a Hydro game for like months for my
Hydro
Neon Annihilator video, and I couldn't fucking do it.
Hydro goes like, either this or this. So, never-ending stalemate or never-ending rolling screens.
does Hydro have servers still?
It has servers, yes. You can queue for Hydro right now. You won't get into a game, but you
I
can
remember.
queue for it.
So I
Good nature is
yeah.
healing.
I actually played Hydro for 2 or 3 times in my 10 years of TF2 gameplay. Oh, nice. That's actually, yeah, fairly, yeah. That's amazing, to be honest. How have I played Hydro 3 times?
I have never played
That's
a
too
game of
many.
Hydra. That's
Yeah.
3 too many, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
every single time, yeah, I had played Hydro, if I, yeah, collected the coin, yeah, it would have been only 3. But, yeah, it's not much, but somehow that happened.
think that my point with all this is I think that stalemates are usually attributed to maps, but roles are usually attributed to teams.
I could agree with that.
Which is interesting because, like, I think that stalemates could just as easily be attributed to 2 teams. I think that what Dane's identifying is that, like, on Dust Bowl, for instance, 8 teams don't have to be as close skill-wise for a stalemate to occur, whereas in a map like Upward, a stalemate occurring, like, the teams have to be closer in terms of their skill gap, I think that's what he's kind of getting at.
I think where I would tackle this from is that, like, TF2 in general is just, like, it's kind of geared towards allowing these sort of stalemates to occur, and a lot of maps are just kind of designed around the idea of letting defense get that foothold. So it's kind of like the map is giving people a certain kind of advantage where it isn't giving them that advantage for offense.
Yeah, that's exactly what Dane said at the beginning of this section, though.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, one more thing that I want to, yeah, elaborate on this stalemate part. I think there are 2 kind of stalemates in TF2. So one is choky ass stalemate, and 2 is just a stalemate. The thing I really like is a stalemate, just like Hightower. You know, the objective is the stalemate is in stalemate position, but everyone else is free to do whatever they want. Like 2-4, double cross or kind of thing, right? There's briefcases in their base safely in the stalemate state, but yeah, people are free to roam around the map doing whatever they like. But
yeah, the glorified TDM maps.
yeah, but the choky stalemate fucking sucks, you know? Dust Bowl, where you have to just run into the death sentence, the curvy corner, because you lack an option, and yeah, every other really choky maps, you have no choice but to put in yourself into a sticky trip. The crit sticky charges up every 30 seconds because they're teaming up.
Yeah, Dust Bowl is an interesting example because, like, the Dust Bowl last is so stacked towards defense that if offense actually manages to, like, get some kind of foothold, they just win the game.
Anyway, yeah, I don't like I like a stalemate, but only a half. A choky stalemate is it's my bane of existence.
I think
I just wanted to say that.
I think a distinction between stalemates that go somewhere and stalemates that don't go anywhere, and then the game times out that's an important distinction because I think I like one more than the other.
Yeah, because, like, you look at a game.
Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Like, you look at a game mode like Payload, and it's like if offense gets some kind of foothold, then that might only matter for, like, the first half of the map. But then, like, they'll come up on the last point. Even then, if it's a map like, say, Upward, where it's like, oh hey, you got to push the cart up the little ramp, then defense still has a chance to sort of win that back, and there's more of a back and forth there compared to, again, something like Dust Bowl, where it is just like, oh, if offense gets it, then they just win.
Yeah.
And that's it, it's over. And otherwise, they're just in a meat grinder the whole game.
Nice.
Or goons, all of these completely valid reasons, but I think an underrated reason for roles is actually just Payload, the game mode. Especially on my own servers, Payload is an extremely popular game type, and for a good reason. I think it's as close to a perfect pub environment that you can get. But the truth of the matter is, Payload is essentially designed in a way where it encourages roles. The secret to winning Payload is simple: momentum. If you consistently get 4 or 5 people on the cart at once, you can capture 4 out of 5 points in just a few minutes, easily. If you get some people who know how to spawn camp...
Want to say something?
I don't agree, but I haven't figured out why yet, which is why I was hesitant to say anything. I don't think
There's
Payload...
something I'm hard to agree, though. Yeah.
No, you go first. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I should agree because many people agrees on it, but, you know, Payload is my cup of tea most of the time. maybe it's because I'm getting rolled because of the lacking servers in Asian Legion. They're making me play with 6 comp players on the enemy team over and over and over again until I fed up. But you know, the payload, especially especially in this state, the rolling happens about 7 out of 10 times. You know, it's not enjoyable at all. I prefer King of the Hill even more.
I think that I think it's more obvious to see when you are getting rolled in payload. I would concede that, but I don't think payload, the game mode, makes it, the way it's designed makes it more likely that you will get rolled. Like, I think you. Sorry, yeah, you go.
I just think that he is pretty much on point with the whole momentum thing, which is just like, if you do have that team stacked on the cart, there is so little that defense can do. Like, if you just have like that pocketed heavy who literally never leaves the cart, like even a sniper is going to have a hard time doing something about that, because as long as someone's on the cart, then the rest of the team can just push forward as much as they like.
Yeah, imagine
like,
those 5 being the comp players. Oh god.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he's giving the design of payload like a little too much credit, I guess. Like, I don't think that not too much credit, not enough credit. I don't think that it has I don't think it has I don't think it promotes roles as much. If it does, it's like it's not nearly as much as a map would or the team itself would, you know. Because even then, like, you could say the same for if you have you know, X amount of, now capture the flag is a bad example, I was gonna say, if you have like X amount of you know, sentries in the on King of the Hill, or on attack defense, if you have a bunch of scouts, you know, who rush the first point, and you don't have time to set up defense on last, or don't have someone. I think my point is, like, I think this is more down to the team, not down to the design of payload or any of these other game modes.
Yeah, but the thing with that is that the design of payload as a game mode incentivizes the team to stick together when they are already sticking together more than something like control point, because the point moves and everyone has a place that they're supposed to be that is moving towards the final objective.
Well, see,
whereas control point, it's here's a point and then there's a bunch of empty space and then there's the next point. How you get there, it's like, oh well, they might all go in random different ways and then they're not really working as a team, they just end up there eventually.
I think it's like both. Like the actual objective is constantly like swarming with players, and then also because there's like, you only need so many people on that point, then that also gives like everyone else the freedom to just go do whatever they want. And like, once it does get into that kind of role situation, then the only thing they can do is just be more and more aggressive, which facilitates even like rollier roles, where it's just like, now we have to spawn camp just to go fight literally anyone.
Yeah,
I see that happen constantly.
Yeah, I think I agree with both of you. It just like I guess it just struck me as odd, but I think it makes sense. I rescind my apologies.
Encourages rolls. The secret to winning payload is simple: momentum. If you consistently get 4 or 5 people on the cart at once, you can capture 4 out of 5 points in just a few minutes, easily. If you get some people who know how to spawn camp effectively and prevent engineers from setting up on forward points, you will be pushing to last in no time at all. And so then, there's the last point. Think of any payload map's last point. How many hours of your life have you spent pushing just that particular point? Payload is designed in a way where the first point is supposed to be the easiest for blue to capture, and the last point is supposed to be the easiest for red to defend. You could think of the...
I think that's all pretty agreeable.
I agree.
I'm not sure where he's going.
If anyone wants like a good visualization of that, I recommend Shonik's most recent video, which I will put in chat.
I have not.
Overall content over here, yeah, overall content he makes is really, really cool.
I have not seen a Shonik video before.
You must.
I must, evidently.
Yep.
Payload experience as a ramp. And while there are many games I've played where I can't leave Badwater's first spawn room because I get blasted by 12 players as soon as I stick my pinky toe out of the door,
the scoreboard.
I always feel like the
28-13.
Jesus.
God.
Crying.
Story of my fucking life.
The time when I see the scoreboard and just scream in despair. Yeah, you see this? Yeah, anime team's top player is at about 40 to the 50 scores, and top 6 players are having nearly similar as that. And looking at my team, I'm on the top, but I'm having a 13 score.
Yep.
I've seen that way too much.
Story of my fucking life.
Nice.
Let's keep moving on.
Diagnosis in that situation is just an unlucky distribution of players. But even in the games where teams feel evenly matched and everyone is pulling their own weight, 9 times out of 10, all the blue team really needs is a little bit of momentum, and we're all back to pushing last again. And despite what may sound like criticism for the design philosophy of Payload, I still maintain that it is the perfect pub game mode, and most of my favorite maps in TF2 are Payload maps, because yes, the stalemate that you run into at last is not only baked into the design of the maps themselves, I believe it's baked into what makes TF2 worth playing in the first place.
Can I say something about this? Because I think this reason is heavily skewed because of the fact that Dane is engineer main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that mains of other classes, I think Soldier, for instance, would prefer like King of the Hill or Attack Defend or like any other game mode. Like Soldier is more restricted, I think, on payload than some other game modes. Well, just be. I feel like I don't know. I shouldn't say that. That's not necessarily true. Soldier's kind of more restricted by the map than the game mode as well.
Yeah, because I think that in an environment here like Barn Blitz last, where it's like low roofs and not a whole lot of opportunities to really jump around very much without getting just blasted, that's probably going to be a lot less fun than something like Bad Water last for soldiers.
Seriously, what can you do in that kind of situation? Especially, we are looking at a map, Bomblitz, so let's talk about it. Bomblitz last. What can you do as a soldier with a tool of rocket jump?
You just go.
I really think that's like a soldier could be very instrumental in breaking through that stalemate eventually, especially if he's got like a medic on him. But overall, he's just kind of being like he would just be part of the meat grinder until that Uber happens.
Anyway, I'm not saying that Uncle Dane is just trying to cover the payload as a perfect game mode. But
no, he seems to be addressing the issues with payload fairly.
I agree. Although
I don't think Uncle Dane is doing some bad things like secretly just forcing us to think that payload is perfect game mode for TF2, but he's just expressing their thoughts.
No, I don't think Uncle Dane is running a psyop about how payload is the best game mode in TF2. Although that would be really funny. And that is fodder for an April Fool's video.
Anyway, and the thing I wanted to mention is that this depends on what class people main. Their thoughts about the maps and game modes can be very differentiate. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't want to stomp the other team in 5 minutes. I don't want to get stomped. I want to have an excuse to run around and shoot people for 20 minutes, to have enough time to sit in a choke and get into scraps, to dodge spam and to dodge back, play Team Fortress 2. This is getting into what I think the most important...
I think that there are other game modes where that is more accessible. Like, I think that King of the Hill and Capture the Flag are both game modes where that is more accessible.
I think King of the Hill, like, the matches are generally pretty short, but then you extend the round time where you end up with fucking Ghost Fort, and God knows no one wants that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Ghost Fort would be more tolerable if Marasmus didn't show up every 30 fucking seconds.
I think, well, no, because maybe we play different matches. I don't know. Whenever I play King of the Hill, the matches usually go on for a very long time. Because it takes they either go on for a very long time or end instantly, which might be what he's saying. Because like the payload has like a very
it's got like a long ass timer. Look at that, that's 9 minutes. It's longer than a seat or a Koth round.
Yeah,
and it has it has to take at least 5 to 8 minutes to push the card, even there's no hindrance at all. Yeah,
so even though I guess in King of the Hill you have more freedom to run around, but you don't get to do it for as long. Payload is probably a better balance of those two things, I would imagine.
Yeah, payload is like it's a nice mix between like having glorified TDM moments versus having just like an actual objective that you have to work towards.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand.
Yeah.
definitive element of TF2 is, from a gameplay standpoint compared to other games in the shooter genre, the joy that is extracted from playing this game does not come from the macro, it comes from the micro. For example, in a BR shooter like Fortnite, you are the happiest when you get a victory #1 royale. That is a macro event, right? The micro events are the tiny engagements with players, but overall, you're going for that dub. Even in something like Overwatch, which leans much more towards a MOBA style of teamwork, the micro events of 1v1 engagements are often overshadowed by the importance of macro events.
This is just what we said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. As a gamer who plays Fortnite frequently, yeah, shocker. Oh, I can actually agree on that. I really don't care about winning in Fortnite. Yeah, sure, it's fun, but you know, what's actually fun in Fortnite is shockwaving around and trying to kill people airborne, right?
Yeah. No,
I've
never
know
played
that
Fortnite.
exists. Yeah.
I've never played Fortnite.
Never played it.
I've played Fortnite 3 times, and I did not like it.
I played
Yeah,
it
I-
on release, and I quit.
I mostly play Fortnite as a zero build because I fed up with the build mode.
My battle royale experience started with Minecraft Ultra Hardcore PvP.
Yes. Peak.
That's actually the classic.
Peak.
I was on a subreddit for that, and like the community was awesome. Everyone was great, and then it just died out eventually. And I was so but you know what it was? It was the fucking combat update 1.9. Fucking killed it. It killed the whole thing. I will never forgive you, Minecraft 1.9 combat update.
Fish, I hate to. I just want to let you know, okay. On the PS Vita version of Minecraft, it's updated to 1.13, but it's still the old combat system, or 1.18. Sorry, but it's still the old combat system. You know how hard that shit goes. You know how hard? No, because Bedrock is shitty. Bedrock uses the new combat system and also runs like shit. Fuck.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate. It also, I don't want to blow my load on Minecraft PS Vita edition too early because I have things to say. But anyways, sorry about that.
In team fights where everyone presses Q at the same time. Team Fortress 2, because of the contradictory focus on making the individual the main dictator of his or her gameplay experience, the best parts of this game are in the singular engagements, the 1v1 deathmatches. Even for support classes like medic or engineer, a lot of the time the most—
How did he get here? Did I miss something? How did he get here from what he... I missed how he got here from what...
So he thinks
jump
that a micro is more important than macro in the gameplay.
No, I understand. So he went from payload is the mode where I get to run around and do things to micro and...
Well, because he's saying that
He's saying the payload allows him to do the micro interactions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just that's why I just didn't understand.
Enables him to do it the most often, I guess.
Okay.
The main dictator of his or her gameplay experience, the best parts of this game are in the singular engagements, the 1v1 deathmatches. Even for support classes.
For the record, I think this is also true of Splatoon. Someone brought up earlier if I thought Splatoon was like a more similar casual. Splatoon doesn't have nearly as many like interaction, there's not much interaction potential compared to like TF2, which is a much more social game. But I think Splatoon is also a game that thrives much more on the individual 1v1 interactions.
I agree completely.
Yeah. Wait, Alan, have you played Splatoon?
Like twice.
Let's go.
Also, the fact that TF2 is just so based around 1v1 interactions. Can you guess why I fucking hate the vaccinator and why it's the worst thing in the entire game? Because it just ruins all of those.
Yeah, fuck your 1v1 interactions. Who needs?
Yeah, especially if you're playing a gunboat soldier or just a demo man.
Or literally any class that only uses one damage type, which is all but 2 of them.
Oh yeah, soldier and pyro are two.
Yeah.
Ah, God.
It's very sad. Also, a super chat. Thank you. So no special person for the 5. Only if you have pub chat muted. Dane is right. However, during peak hours, 30% of games, 3 or 4 people are on comms, sharing info and coordinating. Dane.
Oh, I have voice chat turned off, so I have no idea if that's true or not.
I also have voice chat turned on, and I feel like this is a pro voice chat psyop, because I will never turn voice chat on. Because every time that I have, it's only been music spam and or people yelling slurs. So,
Yeah, I can't deal with the music spam, especially because just like fuck, there goes with the monetization of my stream.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. People, whenever I stream TF2, people are like, "Why do you have voice chat turned off? It would be so funny," and I'd be like, "No, it's not a good idea."
I've had funny moments with voice chat, but it's just like it's not enough to weigh out just all the awful shit.
Yeah, like the game becoming unplayable. I usually have sound turned off in most games that I play. Like anyways, just because I enjoy just the sound effects of the game combined with whatever I have playing in the background. But
sound turned off or music?
Music, sorry, yeah, music turned off. I used to turn off sound entirely, but then I was like, oh, it kind of ruins the ambiance of every game. So I've adapted. Now I have sound effects.
Sound design in general is extremely important for a lot of games.
Oh yeah, especially games like especially competitive games, because sound gives you a huge advantage. Yeah, I used to suck at I say I used to suck. I used to suck more at video games when I had like nothing happening. I couldn't hear anything. I
used to suck at video games. I still suck, but I used to too.
Yeah, I used to suck twice as bad because I couldn't hear shit. It was really unfortunate.
Like medic or engineer, a lot of the time the most effective way to play those classes comes down to a focus on self-sustainment and focusing on an individual task, such as upgrading your dispenser to level 3 or building your Uber to 100% without dying. But if you ever needed any proof that Team Fortress 2...
Wait, sorry, I need to go back. Because I thought he said something.
Too many tangents.
I'm sorry.
Classes comes down to a focus on self-sustainment and focusing on an individual task, such as upgrading your dispenser to level 3 or building your Uber to 100% without dying.
Building your Uber to 100% is not an individual task.
I think it can be for medic.
I mean, it's a team helping thing, but still, you are the one who judges how you're charging the Uber, who to heal and what to heal with what thing. You know,
I think that is just it is kind of your task to do that rather than like you working with your teammates. You know what I mean? It's more like resource management than anything else.
Well, so you're saying it's like an individual thing, but your team just benefits from it.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I guess then I can.
Then I think it's an individual thing still.
So when he says individual, we think he means like it is something that you do that doesn't
outside of teamwork, I guess.
It doesn't like you don't have to ask your teammate permission before you heal him. It just kind of happens.
Something like that, yeah.
There's no like your teammate doesn't have to do anything basically. That's what you mean. Okay.
If you ever needed any proof that Team Fortress 2 is designed to cater towards the micro instead of the macro, just look at TF2 content. Compare the views that Team Fortress 2 videos get in comparison to the average concurrent view count on live streams. This game is extremely popular, especially considering its age, and yet TF2 Twitch streams hardly ever break 3-digit numbers on concurrent viewers, while TF2 YouTube...
Hey guys, we did it! Guys, we did it! We did it!
Yeah!
Oh yeah!
We are the exception.
On the entire TF2 on the streaming. I mean, that's right.
He's
He's
correct.
not shitting on it. He's just stating the fact, though.
No, it's true. Like my streams do not rarely break like 200 views. That almost never happens anymore.
But still,
I
you're
streamed
streaming
Fallout
on
New
YouTube.
Vegas the other day, and I got like 300 viewers. And I was just like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I agree that he is correct. Hooray.
Its age, and yet
I can confirm this because when Twitch was available in Korea a few years ago, because they fucking disabled it. Anyway, when I streamed on Twitch fairly regularly, playing some MBN, and despite that, I'm a fairly small creator compared with the bigger names, more bigger names, but still I was regularly getting a 30 to 50 viewers still, and that trivial number was more than enough to put me up into the first most watched streamer on the Team Fortress 2 category.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shows how small the TF2 streaming scene is.
No, it's pretty small. Yeah.
The only TF2 streamer people regularly watches in number of hundreds, I think it's Banny.
Yeah, it's
and
Banny.
Him only.
Oh yeah, Banny.
Banny and Zesty. Banny and Zesty are the two most popular streamers of TF2, if you can call Zesty
I don't know
that.
how the fuck Zesty does it, man. I see him pulling in all these numbers, and I'm like, god damn it, I wish that were me.
Does Zesty stream on Twitch?
No, he streams on
No, he
YouTube.
streams on YouTube.
No, he streams on YouTube, but he regularly gets like 1,000 concurrent viewers.
I was talking about the Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
Yeah, well, Banny
Twitch,
dominates.
yeah,
Banny. That's Banny's whole thing. Yeah, for sure.
TF2 Twitch streams hardly ever break 3-digit numbers on concurrent viewers, while TF2 YouTube videos are racking up hundreds of thousands of views a day. Why is there such a massive disparity? Well, there are probably many reasons, but in my opinion, a big reason is because watching someone pub in TF2 in real time is honestly kind of boring. It can be like a chill experience for sure, like it's good background noise to study or relax to, but it's not really engaging because at the end of the day, when you're playing TF2, you're not creating a story. And live streams in
I disagree.
Well, let's hear some context more about this because the
When
story can be anything.
I
right?
know. I will let him finish, but I don't think I think this is way too subjective to make such a definitive statement on.
Anyway, yeah, let's hear his context.
Well,
then.
no. I want to. I do want to talk about it.
Okay.
I want to have a discussion. Do you guys think that that TF2 watching someone play TF2 isn't innately boring? Because I don't. I think the fact that there is TF2 gameplay on screen with no editing for most of this video is proof of that.
I think that, well, the thing is, like, he's picking out these clips, right? Like, just watching TF2 footage just in general for like several hours at a time, I don't know, man. There's no guarantee that anything good or interesting is going to happen, even if you know that the person you're watching play like is actually good at the game, because it's kind of chaotic. Like there's a reason that, you know, me and all the other TF2 YouTubers, we have to like pick and choose our clips. I spend like 12 hours getting footage for my YouTube videos, and it only comes down to like 20 minutes worth of clips.
Do you think? But couldn't that be said for every game though? Like every game isn't interesting until the person comes along and makes it interesting by either being good at the game or by being entertaining.
Well, I mean, like with TF2, that's more like trimming out all the fat, which I think is what he's trying to get at here. Is just that like you trim out the fat, and then the game gets like just more engaging to watch, I suppose.
But why is that?
There's one thing TF2 has TF2 has. TF2 is a very classic game, right? So each character doesn't have a special ability kind of thing, you know, the skills, cooldowns, right? And it's not a battle royale, of course, but so because of that, in TF2, you will spend at least 20 to 30% of time watching yourself dying and dead. I think, not that much maybe, but still a high percentage. I think compared with other games nowadays popular, right?
I just think that, I don't know. I think a person could make TF2 I think that most games aren't interested. If you were to watch silent gameplay of TF2 and silent gameplay of Fortnite, I think they'd be equally as interesting, assuming you know nothing about either game. I think it's mostly about the person playing the game and what they're adding to it.
Actually, it may be just big streamers doesn't play TF2 because they have no incentive to play. Right?
That's what I was getting at. I don't think that TF2's lack of live streaming representation is because the game itself isn't interesting. I just think there aren't like streamers with already established audiences who play it. Like people watched German Star play the game when they came back to play it for like a week. I don't think it has anything to do with how interesting TF2 is to watch. I think that's incorrect.
Yeah, that's a question about what comes first, the chicken or egg, I guess. Does TF2 is boring that made the streamers don't play it, or just because streamers don't? Yeah, anyway, the TF2 isn't boring, but streamers doesn't want to play TF2. I don't think there's an definite answer, I guess.
I think he's just basically saying that like TF2 benefits way more from those like highlight focused just clips basically than it does just like a long stream of pure gameplay. And that's why like the videos still end up doing gangbusters while the streams are just kind of cuz that's like a gamble, right? With a video, you know that you're like ideally assuming the person who's editing knows what the fuck they're doing, you're gonna see some decent clips, right? You're gonna see some hype moments. But with a live stream, it's just like, who the fuck knows?
I think part of that is back to the micro and macro sort of.
Well, yeah, that's like the point he's getting at here.
Yeah.
It's like you can pick and choose all the micro moments you want, while the macro is just like
the macro is the cart is moving forward right now. There's not
Yeah,
it's not
like,
that
hey.
complex because the game focuses more on the micro interactions, which feel a lot better when you're the one doing them.
Anyway, I think it's time to hear his context, I guess.
Okay. I kind of still disagree, but I will hear what he has to say specifically.
A big reason is because watching someone pub in TF2 in real time is honestly kind of boring. It can be like a chill experience for sure, like it's good background noise to study or relax to, but it's not really engaging because at the end of the day, when you're playing TF2, you're not creating a story. And live streams in particular are the most engaging when there's a story being told, one with a beginning, middle, and end that has some level of stakes behind it all. This is why Battle Royale games and MOBAs are so incredibly popular on Twitch. You tune in and you are compelled to stay and watch because you want to know, will the funny streamer win the funny game, or will he lose and make a funny face? Compare that experience to tuning into a live stream of a Team Fortress 2 pub in which there are really no stakes at all. Will the streamer win the pub? Like, who cares? Winning in TF2 doesn't really matter. It's all brownie points. It's unimportant by design. Even when it comes to the entirely cosmetic casual mode badge, the outcome of the match doesn't affect how many experience points you even get. There isn't really much.
I agree. But I wouldn't say that that doesn't make TF2 interesting. I just think that the TF2 is now interesting for other reasons. But I do agree that there are no stakes in TF2 casual. We talked about that last week, actually.
That is actually true. Yep.
Yeah.
Of a story being told when you play TF2 casually, which is why the main sub-community that sees the most relative success in TF2's Twitch scene are the competitive players who are consistently playing in organized pickup games, scrims, and matches. And as far as I know, the only TF2 streamer who has been able to consistently make a living from streaming TF2 is Banny, and it's because he has two hooks to engage sticking around and watch him play. One being that he...
I think I used this exact same clip of Banny in a video that I made, which is kind of funny.
TF2 is Banny, and it's because he has two hooks to engage sticking around and watch him play. One being that he's just really, really good at the game, which is fun to watch in a pub environment, and two, he consistently plays competitive lobbies, which by their very nature create stories that you want to tune into and see to the very end. Everyone else who makes a living creating TF2 content, including myself, we cut out the downtime that would normally be important content.
Oh, so this is, yeah.
Yeah, this is what he meant about the story, the competitive side.
I understand. I understand. I just don't. I do not agree that it doesn't. That watching someone play TF2 isn't interesting for this reason. I think that.
But still, I kind of agree on this. Yeah, because the story, the context about the story he's mentioning, the appeal to the audience that keep them coming back to the stream is a competitive side. It's actually true, you know. Because look at TF2, look at Twitch and see how many players are grinding to the like Grandmaster or something, and they are one of the most popular kind of streams, I guess.
Someone in chat brought up that the game also just came out before Twitch.
I don't think that really matters. Like, Melee came out before Twitch. Plenty of people still watch Hungry Box.
All the Warcrafts came out before that, right? To Twitch, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
I think that Dane's argument about competitive gaming being popular on Twitch would apply to Melee, and that I think that if TF2 came out tomorrow, it would have a bigger Twitch scene for a longer period of time.
But still, I don't think it'll be expand in tenfolds of the other tenfolds of this size, I guess, because still TF2 lacks competitiveness, which Twitch viewers really endorse, you know.
Yeah, I
think TF2's mechanics, like the raw gameplay mechanics, enable competitive play. It's just that a lot of the players just don't want to engage in that.
Yeah,
which is fair enough for them. Like I play casually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Context for the outcome of a match, aka the macro, and instead we only focus on including the interesting or funny moments, the micro. And overall, the most popular TF2 videos are video essays like this one, mainly just talking about TF2 and never really showcasing the raw gameplay for more than just a few minutes at a time. Hell, even quote-unquote TF2 live commentaries benefit from cutting out parts that aren't particularly interesting or funny, and as a result, TF2 content is very, very popular on YouTube still to this day because the power of editing makes it easy to distill what makes the game fun to play in a contained experience.
I wholeheartedly agree on this.
I
Because
agree as well.
I see TF2 content every day. Well, from the guys, the Zio and Meiji TF2. Do you notice their names? So those guys who just almost a clip dump of a 2-4 double cross and all the miserable shits happening in TF2, right? I don't understand. I really don't understand, but still, I find them funny, even after all these years. Just people kill binding, posing around, and making fun with their voice comms, all these things. But it's fun because it's edited out, right?
Yeah. People are bringing up in chat the classic Dr. Derp Gamer quote. You get to edit footage. He actually made this exact point in his video essay about Team Fortress 2 YouTube. Almost verbatim, where he said basically you get to edit footage. Although he said it to more say like the bots don't really matter when it comes to TF2 YouTube, and they won't affect it because you can edit all of the bots out. That
is kind of true.
Which is that video was really good. That was a really good video that we covered.
I mean, like, I guess they technically don't matter to TF2 YouTube because you could edit them out of the videos. But God, when I'm getting footage,
when
like, oh,
and you
gotta
feel
reach you again.
Yeah, they certainly don't make being a YouTuber any more fun, for sure.
No, not unless I get like a funny clip where it's just like, oh, I killed a bot with the bison or something. Get shit on, idiot.
Oh dear.
I mean, like, really good example here. Soundsmith keeps his studio lights on because Team Fortress 2 is a hotbed for consistently unique micro moments that most of the time have absolutely nothing to do with the game state, the win-loss condition, the teamwork, anything like that. No one cares. Like, the most amount of teamwork you'll ever see in a Meatloaf video is the coordination that involves hitting the same poor soul with a...
I wonder how long it takes Soundsmith to make a Meatloaf video. Like, how long it takes him to get footage and then edit it together.
I don't know, man. Like, I imagine it would probably take a while. There's no way 2-4 has that many funny moments on it. Like, come on.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. 2-4 itself is a funny moment. You don't understand.
I'm making sure I write that in chat so I don't forget it in the future. There's no way Team 2-4 has that many funny moments.
Yeah, you're one of the guys on your chat said right. It will take 3 days max. It can be, to be honest.
How long to make a meatloaf? That's true, actually. How long does it take? How long does the meatloaf have to be in the oven?
Go, buddy. It took us 3 days to make that meatloaf. 3 days.
3 days.
3 days to make a video.
That involves
quick open 2-4.
Hitting the same poor soul with a rap assassin bobble from across the map. Like, it's no coincidence that every Soundsmith video takes place on either 2-4 or double cross. These maps are the definition of an infinite stalemate. There's practically unlimited time at your disposal on these maps to have dozens of entertaining moments independent of what your teammates are doing. And it's not just a good place to farm your funny moments clips compilation. 2-4 and CTF as a whole is by far the most popular way to play this game casually. So at the end of the day, Team Fortress 2 is just an objective-focused FPS that is secretly just a full-on team deathmatch arena. And it's been this way for almost 2 decades now. So how on earth does anyone categorize this game as...
That man being very, very scared, even if he had an Uber. Oh my god.
It happens all the time.
Almost 2 decades now. So how on earth does anyone categorize this game as a team-based shooter when teamwork is hardly on the mind of the average person who's booting it up? Well, it's not that teamwork in TF2 doesn't exist wholesale. Players do occasionally communicate in voice chat, and lobbied groups are definitely more likely to coordinate with each other. And obviously, there are competitive leagues where people play the game with the sole intention of coordinating with their team in order to win. I do believe, however, that teamwork in a casual setting is merely simulated, subtly encouraged, procedurally generated. I don't really know exactly.
Optional,
I guess.
Optional is the word.
Well, I know where the video is going, and it's like the game is designed in such a way that like subtly encourages teammate interactions without actually like forcing them on the player.
Yes, agreed. That's why I say it's like it's not like Overwatch where if you don't play the game the way it wants you to, it throws you into a fire and tells you to go fuck yourself. Like it's designed in such a way to where you can choose whether or not to work with your team, which indirectly encourages you to be more of a team player, because it makes it, people are more encouraged to do things if they don't know that it's like the whole good marketing is marketing that doesn't feel like marketing. Good game design is game design that gets you to do the thing without you knowing that that's what they wanted you to do.
Yeah, that's basically where he's going with this bit here, and he'll like bring up some examples of how the game encourages you to do that.
Yeah.
How to describe it, but it often feels like nobody is really working together at all, and yet we're able to spontaneously come together every once in a while to make something happen without an actual catalyst. Nobody is ever in voice chat leading the troops into battle, and TF2 voice chat is usually reserved for things like this instead.
Accurate.
Yes, this is why
Very
we
accurate.
keep the voice chat off. Don't put the voice chat on unless you want this.
No. Keep the voice chat on, please. This is actually the essence of TF2.
Listen, I'll keep voice chat on for that, but once you start playing Funky Town, I'm out.
Funky Town for the 500th time.
Spam the soundboard. Yeah, that's annoying, but still, occasionally getting this kind of funny moments that makes me cannot turn off the voice chat.
You saying keep the Funky Town off just like sent me back 8 years to like Minecraft trade maps.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be to that one video, but it's good that it's trade maps.
It's good that it's trade maps, I agree.
Yes, and not something else.
Would hate that.
So what the heck is going on? How are people...
I like to imagine to get that clip, all he did was turn on voice chat for the first...
Yeah, for like a split second.
And that was all. That was what he heard. He was like, yep, that's good.
Like,
Got
it is.
That sounds perfect.
Telly G is correct that DRG is the king of accidental teamwork. I agree. DRG gets the gold medal. Even I would even say DRG beats TF2 in this particular like very, very niche subcategory of game design. Because I think
DRG.
I think
because the DRG built around the teamwork coordination gameplay, right?
Yeah, but it never forces you to play with your team. It just does. It just like once you do cool shit and it involves your team, it just kind of happens. Like you like throw one of the things you need for the objective at your teammate and he catches it midair and then he'll like grind away on the pipeline or whatever, and that just will happen. You'll be like, oh wait, but if I had actually thought about doing that, oh shit, and then you want to do it more, and that's how DRG works. It's really really cool. I love DRG. There's a great video about how DRG subtly encourages teamwork. I forget who made it, but it's good.
Heck is going on? How are people coordinating, largely on accident, so often in this game? If you thought the answer this whole time was that Team Fortress 2 is a timeless masterpiece, you're right. It all comes down to the game design, and not the yellow paint kind of game design, the psychological kind of game design, you know, the kind that gets in your head and tricks you into doing things without you knowing why you did them. The most obvious one is the inclusion of that administrator alert that I was talking about earlier, because that is a literal call to action that has a very clear cause and effect, so much that it's become a meme within the community that pubs do not push until the lady in the megaphone says,
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
But I'm much more interested in the ways in which teamwork exists in the background of this wannabe deathmatch strange weapon farm that has become so integrated into our subconscious that we don't even notice them anymore. How have we all become like Pavlov's mercenary, reacting without a thought to sounds, visuals, and choices?
I'm trying not to be mean. I wish there was more visuals than TF2 gameplay, which I know contradicts my earlier statement about how I enjoy watching TF2 by itself, and I'm more than willing to admit I am a hypocrite, but I would really like it if there were some variety in the visuals.
I don't mind that necessarily.
Variety in visuals, what you mean? Other games?
I just like...
No, just like infographics and like little SFM bits, something like that.
Right.
And anything to make it look different than... Because there's not even like music in the background. It's just the sound of him talking over the sounds of gameplay.
Yeah, I can kind of understand, but yeah, making a proper infographic takes years, you know. Exaggerated, but still, you understand it. I think.
I understand. I just like that when he said Pavlov's mercenary, I like had an image in my head, and I was like, I know it. Like you could just put like like an
Put a
image.
PNG of a dog on screen.
Just
Actually-
like
actually, you know
anything,
what? Yeah.
anything. Just put the fucking medic
Yeah.
with the dog. Put the
A
medic with the
a
dog
little
head.
engineer hat.
Actually, there's something, you know, there are actually people enjoying the background gaming footage. If for them, actually just shoving up any kind of those kind of infographics on the screen actually hinders them from enjoying the video. They exist actually. So yeah.
Chad,
I think that some people can take those sorts of things a bit too far and almost like over edit their videos to the point where it starts to get like distracting, or I start to think you're trying to cover up for something. Your script isn't good enough, is it, motherfucker?
Yeah, over editing is a thing.
So I think that there's like just having the gameplay in the background, and in many cases having it subtly kind of reinforces points like what was happening there with the medic or the building of the dispenser. How when he talks about pub pushes, it's just like a pub push is happening on screen. Those instances I'm totally fine with. I have no issues with that.
I understand.
I think less is more can be applied on the YouTube videos too. If you really need to add a context, more context on the video, yeah, sure, go add some infographics or something. But most of the time, you'd rather just stay without it.
I don't know. I get that like people use YouTube videos as like basically podcasts and they listen to them in the background. I do that all the time. But like if I ever look at the video, I want there to be something happening on the screen that like I sometimes his sometimes his visuals match what he's talking about. Other times it's just a cool clip that he thought was cool. And in those other times, I wish that there was something else that matched what he was talking about, because my brain is trying to listen to what he's saying, but all I hear is TF2 sounds and TF2 gameplay on the screen. And
I agree, Levi.
and-
I also agree that we're like the pub push, and then in the background it's a pub push is good.
that is good. I agree.
But also sometimes it's just random, and it's a little bit like it could have more, in my opinion. Not that I'm a better YouTuber than Dane or anything.
Anyway, in my opinion, that's just a nitpick. Yeah, you might think that's problematic, but I really don't think so.
It doesn't make the video bad, but it could be better, I think is the
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, yeah, personal
the
thing.
game-
You can say it. Yeah.
Developers made all the way back at the beginning of the century that hold up so well to this day that TF2 remains one of the most easily accessible games on the PC market, as long as you ignore all the bots and cheaters and racists, obviously. There are so many tiny little things that contribute to the illusion of teamwork in TF2, such as the concept of respawn waves. The game always tries to respawn players in chunks, so that when you leave spawn, you'll often leave with at least one other person by your side. Or even take
Actually-
these team out.
Can we actually talk about is a respawn wave is good or not? Because
think
of
it
the respawn wave, very frequently you get that 20-second respawn time, right?
That's kind of the necessary evil of respawn waves, I think, is like, because you do have to respawn with other players, sometimes they're going to be like waiting a long time and you're going to be waiting a long time. So it's like, but I think in just to get that sort of accidental teamwork experience in there, where it's just like you are like, whether or not your team wants to push ahead, you are pushing ahead with your teammates, which just gives you a higher chance of synergizing with them. I think that's worth it. It's just like some maps have ridiculously long respawn times,
Yeah.
like fucking Badwater Last, that's like 20 fucking seconds.
Yeah, still, yeah, people have negativity bias, right? People really don't remember when they have a good roll of a lesser time to respawn, but they totally, like me, gonna remember when they having 20-second cooldown. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all in service of something that the player might not even realize is happening, that they're being encouraged to push together with their teammates. So it's like, in terms of player experience, you could argue that's a net negative, but in terms of like game design, you would argue that's a net positive. So it's kind of interesting.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I didn't even know that respawn waves were a thing. Mostly because I've never been in a lobby with enough
See?
players.
Oh my god, Grifter!
I've never been in a lobby with enough people at once to notice. For a consistent amount of time, anyways. But like, I think that's probably a good thing, unless it's like only because TF2 is a casual game. If TF2 were a hyper competitive game, respawn waves would be cringe, because it would be good to have everyone like respawn at an equal amount of time, I feel.
I don't know
Well,
about
I'm pretty
that.
sure Overwatch actually does respawn waves too.
No, it doesn't. It has a set amount of time.
I'm pretty sure it had a set amount.
Yeah, and the respawn timer gets gets longer when there's a overtime. Yeah, that's it. I think, as I remember.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
So yeah, respawn wave is a necessary evil if you want to take it like so, but it does really brings you a bad experience as individual.
Yeah.
Especially the thing I really hate is that why the fuck Valve official casuals have so goddamn long respawn time on CTF maps.
CTF is a weird one because, like, I completely understand having long respawn times on defense. That is meant to balance out the fact that, like, defense is right outside of the thing that their effective objective. So that, like, because in instant respawn servers, just like defense always wins because they really offense really needs that buffer of I killed this guy and he's gonna stay dead for a while, so we actually have time to push forward. But on CTF, that makes no fucking sense.
Yep. Especially CTF and the payload race even. Those gamers have unreasonably high respawn timers. I really don't understand. Anyway, yeah, that's some rant I wanted to talk about the respawn waves. That's it.
Sorry, I was talking about negativity bias to someone in the chat. Apologies.
How dare you?
How
dare you focus on multiple things at once?
I know it's really hard.
Lines when leaving spawn, actually, like that is there so you can quickly see where your team is gathered at without having to purely rely on sound. But on the subject of sound,
the fuck out of spy.
True.
Yeah.
Real and true. It sucks.
They really should have not. Yeah, you really should make that spy disguise undetected. Whether it's
They should just give it the name. Give it the name tag. Just make it like all the other ones. There's no reason not to.
I mean, like. The thing is, like, you always see that one person really out of position or like, you know, right outside your spawn, which is what they'll always try to do because they're fucking kunai spies or whatever. They'll like, and it's just like that instantly gives it away. Or you'll see someone with like 2 different name tags or something. It's just like, wait a second, one of you must be a spy, and maybe it's the guy who's like way the fuck over here while everyone else is over here. So it's like, but even if you had it so that respawn outlines just didn't affect spies at all, then that's also really conspicuous because it's just like, wait a second, I see that guy there, and respawn outlines are still on. Why doesn't he have one?
Yeah.
So it's like, I like that they kind of just guide players towards where their teams are supposed to be, because even with all the arrows and shit all over the maps that point you in the exact direction you're supposed to be going, a lot of people will still get lost on certain maps. But on the other hand, it just really fucks over spies.
They really shouldn't made that spy disguise show up, especially you know what? Every time I see a teammate silhouette just outside of the spawn, and it turns out to be him, a gibbous wearing spy who just installed TF2 about 3 hours ago and who even can't call for medic. It just makes me so sad.
I feel bad when I catch out spies for that. It's like, I didn't deserve that.
Yeah, it's just a bullshit gaming design. They really should fix that.
The game caught you out for me.
Like, just is it really hard to just spice disguise undetectable through a respawn wall hack? Is that really difficult? I don't think so, but still, I'm not a game coder, so I have no experience of making those kind of the things. But still, they should have done that, to be honest.
I think that sort of thing encourages spies to stay cloaked a lot more, which is probably why basically everyone uses the Latranger nowadays.
Oh yeah. And that exact reason, the respawn wall hack, is the reason why I bind it undisguised button on my mouse button.
Really?
It's bullshit, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yep. Anyway, let's get
voice lines are definitely where a lot of subtle teamwork encouragement comes from, for sure. I mean, the voice lines that you can do yourself from the menu is more of a direct form of communication, obviously. You can often wordlessly let your pocket know that you're about to ubercharge them by pressing Z and then 3. But there are voice lines that consistently automatically play when something happens in the game, like when the cart stops getting pushed, or the automatic thank you response that your character will say after taking a teleporter.
Much obliged, Parker.
Wait, why is the engineer thanking himself for building his own teleporter? Or the automatic thank.
That's a good joke.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, that's the exact thing you said when I needed something to look at.
There you go. He gave you something to look at.
He gave me. Yes, he gave me something to. I got a morsel of other kinds of editing. Yes,
a crumb of editing.
A crumb of editing.
thank you voice line that plays after a medic heals you.
Appreciate it, Doc.
These voice lines, after you hear them enough, can often blend into the background sometimes, but I really do think that, especially for new players, hearing literal positive reinforcement being directed towards you for doing something that ultimately helps your team, that really helps get it into a...
This is also something Overwatch did, and it's one of the better parts of Overwatch. Go figure.
Doesn't Overwatch have positive reinforcement for literally everything, though, where everyone is just super happy all the time?
Yeah, so speaking of Overwatch, there's something I really
Wait,
don't like Overwatch is go on.
Wait,
You completely dodged the
yeah,
question.
wait, yeah. I
Sorry.
want to answer that question because maybe actually think about it. They don't really express the Overwatch characters. Alan, you could correct me if I'm wrong. They don't really express when they're upset about things, or at least they don't seem to, unless someone's not on the payload. Then they hate that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If they
are on the payload, then they love it.
Yeah, if they're on the payload, they're like, yes.
I love writing this card.
Yeah,
moving.
Yeah. Lucio says, "Moving with the robot." That's my favorite voice line. I find it hilarious for some reason. But yeah, no, it's yeah. They're kind of overly positive. They're not nearly as like borderline racist as all of the TF2 mercenaries are.
Make them more racist.
The thing is, yeah. Speaking of Overwatch, I really don't like Overwatch style the voice lines because they are way too generic, and it feels like I'm stupid when they saying those kind of very trivial things like I need healing, I need some medical assistance instead of a medic, doctor. I mean, simple. It's more simple. I prefer TF2 style more than that Overwatch style, literally cramming up you info. Yeah. Just every single text should indicate something kind of thing.
Well, I mean, like, Overwatch has how many healer characters, so it's just like you kind of have to go with something more generalized than that, as opposed to just shouting for the one guy who can heal you.
But still, it feels like way too generalized to the point that it's kind of annoying to hear.
I totally get that.
Yeah, that's something I don't like about Overwatch. Yeah, the characters think the player is kind of dummy. Yeah. That's something I don't like.
Like the fact that you have like the fewer characters that all have more very clearly defined personalities versus the one healer character. That means like every single one can respond to the medic in their own unique way. That just like that just feels a lot more natural and a lot nicer.
Yeah. The characteristic side, I think TF2 did a really far better job than Overwatch. Yeah, despite the fact that there is no bitches to bang, you know.
But for a second, I thought I didn't hear you correctly, and then I remember we're talking about Overwatch. I was like, no, yeah, there's definitely no bitches to bang in.
No. Don't you ever bring a vampire into this discussion? No, stop.
I'm not here for that.
Players head. Whether they recognize it or not, that what they did was a good thing and they should continue doing it. They think, I should keep building teleporters because the funny Russian man says, "Was good trip," after he takes it. Oh, I should Uber the soldier.
A crumb of editing. I'm sorry, I will stop.
A morsel.
I keyframed the zoom in. Yes.
Good trip after he takes it. Oh, I should Uber the soldier because when I do, he does that funny scream. I should air blast the burning scout because he's running around shouting, "Fire, fire, fire." This is a fantastic example of the game recognizing that encouraging actions that contribute to the macro, such as doing something for the good of your teammates instead of yourself, should be achieved by creating these fun micro moments driven entirely by the TF2 cast's iconic and expressive personalities. Another thing that I think contributes...
I agree with everything he just said.
I adore voice actors.
I agree, and I adore the voice actors. I love the voice actors. They're so great.
You love them. They are too good.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you just said. I think the voice lines do a great job of positively reinforcing the funny people. I don't even have that much to say about it, honestly. So yeah. Good job.
To be honest, yeah, in these days, every game has a very, very generic game, like, yeah, get characters and get voice lines with very, very generic words. TF2, I'm very, very glad that TF2 is still around with those very, very charming voice lines.
Hey, No, you go first, Alan.
And no, yeah, TeleG in chat. Again, this is something DRG also does very well.
Agreed. Also, I was gonna say, I will stand alone. They hated Jesus because he told them the truth. I like the interactions between characters in Overwatch, and I think that they're really good.
Yeah.
I said it.
I agree, and they're good. The problem is they only happen
at the beginning of the match, and they never happen again
for the rest of the match.
Oh.
Well, the voice design for the rest of the match is just worse than TF2.
Yes, agreed.
Too much of on roar sided, I think. Yeah, that's also a problem.
Well, no,
I like it.
I don't even agree really. There are like lines where they're just making fun of each other's tropes. Like hold.
All right then. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that I think that more of that would be good. I'm really trying to think of a specific example. Like there are examples where people try talking to Bastion and they just can't understand a word he says because he's a robot. That's like it's like a good meme.
Maybe I'm trying to hate Overwatch just being a sake of an Overwatch, I guess, nowadays.
Yeah, it's your TF2. It's your
for
TF2.
the sake of it being Overwatch.
Yeah.
Hate that game, guys. Hate Overwatch. Press 1 if you hate Overwatch, everybody. Woo!
Great deal to this teamwork illusion is the domination mechanic, believe it or not. If you're like me and have never been dominated in your whole life, I'll explain what dominations are. After you get killed 4 times in a row by a player without getting a kill or assist on them, they are essentially given...
Hey, his name was FixTF2 in the last clip.
Oh, can you see it again? No. Oh, yep. Thanks, God.
Support ?
I'll explain what dominations are. After you get killed 4 times in a row by a player without getting a kill or assist on them, they are essentially given a little badge above their head that only you can see that lets you know that they are owning you right now. So either get revenge or rage quit. Now, this mechanic, I feel, may be a little controversial in today's gaming landscape. Like, I bet you like 20 bucks that if TF2 came out today, dominations would have been removed in playtesting due to it making players feel bad for dying too much and hurting their egos. But I actually really love this mechanic because it can...
I agree. I don't think...
Damn woke liberals, they're taking away our video game domination.
Why won't they let me dominate Pyro? Specifically.
Yeah, seriously. They are just making the game way too family-friendly, you know? Fortnite doesn't even call the kills as kills. They call eliminations.
It's like a cartoon where you can't say that you're allowed to kill. You're about to kill someone. It's like, I will destroy you. I will exterminate you.
Yeah.
You will be eliminated.
I mean, of course, you don't need to actually censor out the word kill. Kids know that killing is bad. Don't pretend that kids don't know that.
Unaliving is bad. Excuse you.
I'm trying to think of a game that's come out recently that has like a domination-esque mechanic. I'm really struggling.
I don't think there's any.
No, there has to be. There has to be. Surely. Chat, give me...
as far as I know, there's none.
Cause like... fuck. Like, did they take it out of COD? Like, does COD... Because COD used to have, like, domination.
It has a kill streak, but I don't think there's a domination thing.
Wasn't there a domination mechanic in COD?
I don't think there's anything besides just, like, basic-ass kill streak.
I'm looking at
a similar thing. Yeah, I think it's there. The plant versus zombies garden warfare. It at least shows the card that the kill ratio between the guy who killed you and you, like he killed you 3 times, you killed him 1 time, kind of thing. But that's not a domination directly, I guess. Just showing that.
I'm kind of surprised that like TF2 didn't like launch with kill streaks. That's kind of insane to me.
Oh yeah, it added in 2013,
I think.
Yeah, in 2 cities update.
11 years ago.
Oh God. Oh God, I'm feeling the exact feeling of that Matt Damon getting old thing.
Wait, kill streaks as in like stat track?
Yeah, just like, you know, the kill streak weapons.
Yeah, no, those were not there on launch.
I mean, you could press tab and like manually keep track of every single kill you got, but
yeah,
just how many kills you got in a life, that the game didn't launch with that. That's kind of crazy to me, just considering the whole domination thing.
I have looked it up. Apparently TF2 is like the only game. TF2 and games based off of TF2 are the only games that have a domination mechanic, which I thought, for some reason, I thought it was way more widespread than that, but yeah.
No.
That's crazy.
somehow still TF2 is the only game has a domination. Oh god.
That's a really good mechanic, and they should put it in more games.
Players
It
feel
will
bad.
make players feel bad.
No,
yeah, I don't.
they need
I
to.
don't think. Yeah, Modern Gaming Company has a ball to do that.
I will make a gaming company, and I will have the balls to do that.
For dying too much and hurting their egos, but I actually really love this mechanic because it contributes that much more to the idea of subtly encouraging teamwork. See, TF2 is a neat game in that individual players, given that they put in the hours and practice, can get very, very good at this game. There's a high skill ceiling, it's a very fundamentally and mechanically demanding game, and I mean, it's generally accepted that you don't really truly reach the beginning of your potential in TF2 unless you've sunk at least a few thousand hours into it, which is insane if you really think about it.
That is accepted. I don't think it's correct, but it's true that people do think that.
Well, think of the spy alone. You require to play him at least 100 hours in order to make him.
I think for some people, especially who are like just getting into PC gaming or even just first-person shooters in general, like if TF2 is their first one, then they're gonna be at that shit for a while.
No, yeah, that I could believe. If TF2 was your first
that was the
video
case for
game.
me.
Yeah.
Those players are the ones who turtle as an engineer, right? Because they are running out of options.
That is what I did when I first played the game, so I don't blame them.
Yeah.
That's what works. That does work.
Thinking of that, these modern games, modern competitive games are surprisingly harsh against those very, very newbie gamers. Thinking about that, yeah. You actually required to play a game, even play a game. Yeah, it's just a requirement of a game is a motor skill. That's kind of fucked up if I think about it.
Yeah, it's like instead of, because they were saying like, oh, that would hurt players' egos if there was a domination mechanic. The domination mechanics like this player is beating you, do better. Now games are more like we are beating you, the game is beating you, do better. like it's not the other person. It just feels like you're just trying to ram your head through a wall and it just won't budge.
The system of microtransactions is beating you. Give us more money.
Please give us more money.
Oh god.
If you had a better skin, you might be less. You might be less shit.
A few thousand hours into it, which is insane if you really think about it. So it's by design that there will always be at least one or two players on the enemy team who are just absolutely shitting on everyone, who are just a complete menace, and who are just inexplicably allowed to roam free and get every kill with ease. With the domination,
you know, sorry, this is not at all related to what he said. When I was saying about the editing earlier, like if he just had like transitions between points and like specific, he started off having title cards, but he hasn't had a title card in like 10 minutes. If he had like consistent chapters and title cards, I feel like this video would seem less like a stream of words and consciousness without like any structure.
Maybe feel a bit more structured.
Yeah, because the video currently feels like a sentence followed by and then.
But it's not even really and then. He just starts
Kind of
talking about the
agrees,
next thing with no transition.
Yeah, and that's like fine, I guess. Like, because the quality of the actual things he's saying is good. It's just that I can't. I'm having trouble following him, and I know someone's in the chat is going to say it's because we're pausing. But we're not even pausing as much as we usually do on videos because the quality of what he says is actually really strong.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm struggling to get how he gets from one thing to the other.
I kind of agree. Yeah, I hope he did block out his videos just like the random create bad video he made before.
Yeah. Like in that video, in his battle engineer video, he had like when he wanted to say important things, he put text on screen, or he had like I think in the random crits video in the battle NG video there's like chalkboard animations, and it's clear that he didn't want to put that much effort into this one, but like you could have done like anything. I think would have been good.
This does just seem like kind of a basic sort of maybe almost a stream of consciousness discussion video, but it's like it seems very well put together for that sort of thing, which is like I think pretty rare for TF2 videos in particular.
Yeah, you could tell he actually has been thinking about this for a while. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
who are just a complete menace and who are just inexplicably allowed to roam free and get every kill with ease. With the domination mechanic, you'd think that these players are getting rewarded. I mean, they have this cool little badge next to their name that displays how many noobs they've pounded into the ground and how many years they've stayed up practicing their rocket jumps and air shots. But in reality, they're being slightly and subtly nerfed. They're being given a small, imperceptible debuff that they are likely not even aware of. The more dominations that they rack up, the more that they are at risk of being the victim of the teamwork illusion. You see, the answer, always, to a rampaging carry player on the enemy team with a godlike kill streak and the medic latched onto them with a Kritzkrieg is simple. Focus fire. But how unfortunate. Focus fire is a team effort. You have to coordinate that. You have to somehow let everyone know that this particular player needs to...
I agree with this as well. I think that the domination mechanic has a lot of other things going for it, but yes, I agree one of them is that it helps give players a secondary objective, basically.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's loads of times where it's just like I see someone dominating me. It's just like you motherfucker, you are dead now. I'm gonna kill your ass.
Tunnel vision engage.
Although
I will tunnel the fuck out of someone if they do.
I can relate.
yeah. Also, but that being said, so he's saying that like the more people that person dominates, the more people want to kill them. But like other people can't see that person is dominating dominating another player, right?
Well,
No,
I
but
think he's saying that it's like if that person dominate, like the more people that person dominates, the more likely they are to get focus fired.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree.
That's logical, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
If you hit tab, you can see the number of domination someone has, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, you can also see how far they are on the scoreboard and like that.
Yeah. Speaking of domination, one of Benny's most prevalent content is the dominating the full lobby of casual.
Yeah.
Or dominating a full lobby of competitive players, which I think is like just as impressive, if not more.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Six doms. That happens quite a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that all follows. I agree.
Focus fire is a team effort. You have to coordinate that. You have to somehow let everyone know that this particular player needs to be shot at by the entire team simultaneously, but you're too shy to press your push to talk button or you don't want to wake up your grandma. So that's where the domination mechanic comes in. The more people who are being dominated by this guy, the more likely it is that they will all see this problematic gamer with a big blinking sign over their head that says, "Get revenge on me. Your ego demands it," and focus this guy down. And the best part is none of them even realize that it was a team effort when this happens. In reality,
yep, they all did it just naturally. It's good.
Best kind of game design.
It is great. I agree.
I love
realizes game design,
by the way.
Yeah, frame with the taunting scout and then like the incoming rocket. Yeah.
Me, your ego demands it, and focus this guy down. And the best part is none of them even realize that it was a team effort when this happens. In reality, the motivation to shoot him on sight was to get their own personal revenge and then taunt afterwards. But what they really did was contribute to a spontaneous...
You got one frame of taunt in there.
One singular frame of taunt.
That probably healed his ego to 100% again.
Yes.
Oh, I would have been fucking elated if that were me.
Absolutely delighted.
Moment of focus fire at best, and at least take out the other team's carry and allow the rest of the team some respite for 20 seconds. Getting that satisfying revenge was a micro moment that can snowball into a macro event. And the most impressive part about all this, in my opinion, is that the illusion of teamwork is not a trick. If you think about it, it's an answer to a problem that anyone designing a team-based objective-focused game has to answer. How do we get these antisocial beta gamers to occasionally work together without requiring that they get into voice chat to explicitly explain what they were about to do, while also maintaining that fun element of micro moments that make up the majority of the entire game's experience? See, this is why I am not a game designer. I'm not smart enough to come up with solutions like this, but I can definitely appreciate them, especially when you consider that TF2 was designed so long ago. You could certainly say that they were ahead of their time, because nowadays, pretty much every game where the illusion of teamwork exists, TF2 has been a jumpy...
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Rock and Stone.
Which has been expanded upon in various ways, many ways in which I would love to have seen added to TF2 at some point, but...
What is this?
PSN divers.
Helldivers.
Yeah.
I've never seen Helldivers 2 gameplay. I'm throwing.
I tried, and it wasn't quite my cup of tea.
I've only ever played the first one. I don't know how it differs besides being first person.
Not that much. Maybe
anyway.
because I played for Fortnite. I don't know. Anyway, let's get move on.
The point I wanted to make just boils down to this, really. Team Fortress 2 is great, but what makes it great is that the teamwork part is an illusion. Whether you win or lose the match ultimately can come down to a coin flip, but whether you have fun or not is pretty much just up to what you choose to spend doing during that 15-minute stalemate, before the inevitable pub push, and after you've been hoodwinked into helping your fellow mercenaries in a microscopic way. I felt like talking about this because relatively recently, I personally reached a point with this game where I had to sort of, I don't know, face the truth in a way. For a long time, especially in the last couple of years, I'd always felt frustrated with how unseriously my teammates seem to take the role that their class choices bestow upon them. I found
Video game 2003. What a name.
That's a really good name. Man. Shout out
To be honest, if you die while trying to pick up the golden prime off the floor, I think that's a worse dying. I mean, who can resist?
It's like in fucking was it Last Crusade? Where she's trying to get the Holy Grail and then she falls into the pit. Same thing.
To be honest, actually, that's the one content I would like to do if I get to have a golden frying pan someday. Drop the golden frying pan somewhere on the map and try
Just
to
watch people fight over it like seagulls.
That'll be so much fun.
Sorry, I had to type chuckle nuts, anti-chuckle nuts slander into my chat. Sorry.
Hey.
No.
Oh my god.
It's all jokes.
I know, but the Reddit drama wouldn't call it as a joke.
Reddit does not give a shit about me. They think I'm a TF2 grifter. It's fine. Well, fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, people in chat were rightfully pointing out that this kind of idea. He's admitting that this idea stemmed from him like getting frustrated that people were playing TF2 casually, when it's a casual game. And that's kind of a stigma that's been attached to Uncle Dane over the course of his career, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is like he treats the casual game not casually.
Yeah, I remember when he actually depended a meet the match, the atrocious the stopwatch mode and payload, right? When Uncle Dane depended that openly, people went mad. I remember that.
Oh sure, stopwatch mode in fucking casual payload was stupid because that just completely flies in the face of everything we've been talking about in this video.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's confessing that. I shouldn't have treated them like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder.
Like that is an area where I think that like casual and competitive TF2 are and should remain different. Like that is a very hard line that I think is like a lot more obvious than saying like, oh, random crits and bullet spread exist in this game mode and that's what defines it as casual or competitive. Like that's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah. I agree. I like TF2 as a casual game. I don't think it needs to be hyper competitive.
Certainly not the casual mode. Like I think that if the competitive mode has that, then that's like that's totally fine and that makes sense because like that determines who wins the game, and in competitive that's obviously very important, but in casual it's like who the fuck gives a shit. It's casual.
You really shouldn't push the competitiveness into the casual games. That's what many modern games are missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real.
The reason I wanted like the competitive matchmaking in the TF2 was just because like, oh, that'll make it actually like accessible and not, oh, I have to get like 5 other people to join a league with me or whatever. It's just like, yeah, I can take the game seriously in like a more accessible manner. And it's just
I can just run solos or duos. I don't have to make a whole team.
Nope. It's garbage. It's crap. They fucked it up so badly.
But no, what you get is worse matchmaking. You can't join your friends if they're in an official game. Just
and there's
no competitive scene for you.
You will not get any rewards. You will play bad competitive.
No subsystem. Why would there be? Just cancel the entire match. You spent like 5 hours trying to get into a match. 1 person left. Cancel the whole thing.
Yep, it's over. It's just like a real game.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Their class choice.
I know that when I play in the soccer tournament and one of my team members doesn't show up, we just cancel the game. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
choices bestow upon them. I found myself getting upset, even angry at my team for not taking advantage of opportunities or not dedicating themselves to the objective, a goal that I believed had to have been shared between myself and everyone else in the entire server. But the truth of the matter is, the lack of sameness in mindset contributes a great deal to what makes Team Fortress 2 memorable in the long run. I think
the character arc.
Oh no. He's happy that he successfully made the parachute glide.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I did it."
Oh my god.
He's on his way to getting the parachute for like 1900 miles achievement.
Yes.
I really ponder those players. Oh god, they are so adorable.
I cannot believe the absolute Uncle Dane arc. What a legend.
Myself and everyone else in the entire server. But the truth of the matter is, the lack of sameness in mindset contributes.
This man would not be. This man and the man who said, in 5 years there will be a new generation of TF2 players citing competitive as the reason for why they play. That man and this man need to talk, and they need to discuss their differences. They are no longer the same person.
It's a great deal to what
I will never let it die. It's too funny.
Makes Team Fortress 2 memorable in the long run. I think back to my favorite moments while playing this game, and hardly any of them have anything to do with winning or losing. Practically none of my true enjoyment has come from the macro moments, and sure, those moments are satisfying. It feels great to come together with a group of strangers and make something happen, and I love those moments. But that's just a piece of a greater whole of this game, and I was unnecessarily...
Is this map in the game? No,
it's a it's a workshop map.
Yeah, this map's really good.
Because I acknowledge every single official map they added.
Yeah,
this is Brew, isn't it? They just added this for summer last year.
Oh yeah, last year. That's
they did add it. Okay,
playing TF2. That's the problem. That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I played this for when I went over like the potential summer maps. I didn't know it got added. This is really
taking
good.
it back. Yeah, I don't acknowledge every single map.
For some reason, every time I play on this fucking map, one of the trucks doesn't have a texture.
Very sad. RIP to that one truck.
Aw.
Necessarily making my own gameplay experience worse by allowing only that piece to dictate my enjoyment of playing it. Like, I'm not kidding when I say I used to get genuinely mad at my team when they let me down. Like, I would get angry at a video game. It was only...
He says that like he's never heard of that happening before.
I still get angry at video games.
I mean I don't, but I understand why people do. I get angry. That's not true. I've gotten angry at Smash Brothers before. That is the only game I've ever actually gotten mad at before.
I mean, is it wrong to get angry at games?
No, not at all. Of course, you have emotional investment in the things that you do.
And I really don't understand why people shitting on people getting angry at games, because it happens. Well, it's meant to happen.
I think Dane is like in this particular instance justified out of his incredulity towards his own previous anger, because it's just like, I'm getting mad that my teammates aren't trying hard enough in casual mode TF2. It's just like, that's silly. I
agree. Yeah, well, yes, I agree that it's silly. But I get like, I've gotten upset in a Smash Brothers just at myself, because like sometimes I can understand getting upset at yourself at video games, you know. Like, or getting upset at the fact that like the vaccinator exists, you know. But if you get upset,
I'm angry that the vaccinator exists.
If you get upset at your teammates in a game mode where nothing is at stake, I don't know what to tell you. That's just your fault. Yeah.
Only when I realized that I was getting upset for literally no good reason at all, and decided to consider why my experiences were.
In 5 years, Uncle Dane will cite playing a casual game casually as fun. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate it.
Distinctly like this, that I came to realize that I had felt entitled to a phantom, a thing that does not exist, on purpose, a random event in a greater arena of organized unpredictability. I had to let go. I had to accept that teamwork is, and always has been, an illusion. And what do you know? I started having fun again when I started thinking like this. Does this mean that I don't get frustrated with this game anymore? Absolutely not. Does this mean that I've changed my mind about random crits? Hell no. But I hope
that guy was like 20 feet away from him.
Okay, let's talk about the random crit. Should it be removed from the game?
Fuck no. Why?
No, fuck random crits, dude. Fuck random crits.
No.
They suck.
No, random crits are. I like random crits. Keep
Okay,
them
I
in the game.
don't.
here's my thought. Since you guys brought up your ideas, right? Here's my thought. Random crit can stay in the game, but the damage, the crit chance ramp up should be gone.
I just think they should be gone. Rip the band-aid off.
No.
I think the biggest problem with the random crit is it just encourages rolling way too much. So I'll be happy if you just remove the damage ramp up mechanic entirely and just leave the random crit alone. I'm fine with that.
I like random crits. I think they should stay in the game because
I think that they spit in the face of everything that makes TF2 a well-designed game. I think that just like all of the work, all of the effort that was put into making these classes so distinct, so recognizable, so just like it's such masterful craftswork for just making this game so readable, and random crits are just like fuck you. Anything can instantly kill you from any range because fuck you. Fuck you.
No, it's not okay. No, it's not anything can kill you at any range. It's that it's the explosive classes can kill you, and everyone else can kind of go just exist.
So what you're saying is that even when it does function, it's completely imbalanced between the classes.
No,
That's
I think
better.
there are issues with the implementation. I don't think the existence of random crits is bad. That's my.
I think that the existence is fucking heinous. I think it is a blight on this game.
Holy shit! Bro, you sound like
blight.
a blight is kind of crazy.
It is a potato blight.
It is a pestilence.
It is starving all of the Irish.
One of the 4 horsemen of TF2.
I hate it so much. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I like random crits. I'd be fine with them being in the game. I think that I just think they need to be tweaked or changed. I think that they're poorly implemented.
That's why I mentioned about the ramp up mechanic getting removed. I mean, those kind of random bullshit moments actually, for me at least, makes the game more funny than unfunny.
I'm not advocating for them to be there because it's funny. I think they should be there just for variance sake.
I just don't agree with that at all. Like I just don't find it interesting.
Yeah,
well,
that's the
you
first
killed a guy.
thing. So yeah,
You killed a guy earlier than you should have, or you died earlier than you should have for literally no reason. Cool.
okay, yeah, I can
Good
relate.
game design.
That's the reason why I actually agree on Dane saying that random crit is a bad mechanic. I know, I understand that random crit is a bad mechanic, but I personally kind of ponder it, so that's why I don't want to entirely remove it. That's yeah.
Everyone always says like keep it on melee weapons, right? And like I think that there are solutions to that don't involve completely random chance. Like the gunslinger triple hit thing, that's way better. That's what we did on on my rebalance server. It's way better.
You just gave that to all weapons?
All melee weapons that have random crits enabled.
Interesting.
Yeah, like the first hit does normal melee damage, the second hit does mini crit damage, and then the third hit does critical damage.
That's interesting.
I think to Dane's point, it adds a lot of character to the micro moments that take place in between players. I think that having a random crit having a random crit as a fuck off option in the back of your head that could happen makes encounters a little bit more spicy and interesting. Especially,
I don't agree with that at all. I think that the game is good enough at that it doesn't need random crits on top of that when all like that has such a massive risk of just completely flying in just the other direction and making the player be like, oh, okay, sure, that just killed me then.
I think there are better ways you could implement it. But I don't think that the idea is so dog shit that you should remove it from the game.
I think it is dog shit. I think it's terrible.
Anyway, yeah, it's kind of always makes a very big debate about the random crit, you know. Yeah, some people wanted to stay, some people wanted to be gone, and yeah, everyone's hate is differentiate, and Valve isn't like to remove, so I think we should still stay like this.
They removed random damage spread. They removed that, and it was like the best thing they ever did.
Coping.
My grenades actually do 100 damage now. Wow, it's fucking crazy. I don't have to 3-shot soldiers anymore.
Hooray.
Does this mean that I've changed my mind about random crits? Hell no. But I hope you enjoyed listening to me.
For the record, sorry, the person in chat said something bothered me. Claymeister said, "This discussion proves you cannot argue over opinions. You will never come to an agreement. You can argue over opinions for reasons that are not trying to convince the other person of your position. For instance, you could try and inform the other person of your position if they don't understand it, or if you think that they don't understand it. Or you could argue for the benefit of an audience, or you could be just having a discussion. Because like I'm not saying Fish is wrong." Like I understand why someone would not want them in the game. This isn't even really like I'm not making an objective argument. This is entirely based off how I feel about it. Like we could get into the weeds of game design and talk about like an actual objective discussion about random crits, but I didn't come prepared with notes, so we were just having a discussion.
Well, I didn't come prepared with notes either. I didn't think we were getting into this.
Yeah, no, we do that. So that's what I'm saying is like we can.
I didn't even know how you guys felt on it.
Well, yeah, we
I was honestly hoping we'd all be on the same page.
We had a conversation. We've had many conversations on this podcast about. I should say many. We've had a few conversations about random crits.
Very, very much.
And I think that yeah, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. Typically the argument is either like, why would you want to make the casual game less casual versus.
But I don't understand how that is inherently casual. That is the thing that bugs the shit out of me with that. Is just like people say it's casual because just competitive doesn't have it, and that's like the defining that's the line in the sand drawn. Was just like that doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't seem like an inherently casual thing.
I don't think it's inherently casual. It's more that I think people see it as a part of TF2's identity, and this is not me for the record, but I think this generally people see it as a part of TF2's identity, and they don't want it to go away for that reason. Like it's part of culture.
I see that as traditionalism for the sake of traditionalism. I honestly have no patience for that whatsoever.
Well, I'm don't shoot the messenger. I don't. That's not my reasoning.
I'm not saying that you believe that. I'm just saying that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, because people like me exist too. You know, I just the people who like those kind of random bullshit, random bullshit happening sometimes. It's funny for some, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's opinion on that is differentiate a bit. Yeah, we might agree on some point, but still, as long as Valve wants to do shit, well, yeah, our talking about this is kind of meaningless.
Fish.
Well, I mean, like that goes for my entire YouTube career then, because I talk about shit like weapon balance, and they're never going to change anything about that.
Oh God, actually, I should apologize you.
Yeah, I don't think talking about something is not important because it won't change for either.
That's my bad take.
I don't think that's correct. Also, for the record, Fish, I think we might be able to both agree that Uncle Dane's arguments in his video are bad. So
what?
I think Uncle Dane's arguments even if you agree with his end position, I don't think the arguments he makes for random crits being removed is very good. I think we covered the video, and I think he very frequently like misconstrued what like TF2's goal is, and the way he words various arguments. He also just strawmans and says the dumb versions of arguments people make. Instead of using like the much more capable and competent versions of those arguments. I think that if you wanted, I know you've made a video about like when randomness is important that is kind of like this, but if you wanted to make a takedown of random crits, like a very direct one, I think you could have a lot more to say than what Uncle Dane already said in that video, because I don't think it's particularly well argued.
I haven't watched the video in a while, but I don't know. I feel like when I did watch the video, I was just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well,
that video makes a lot of sense too for me, because that's why I said earlier I agree on Dane's position, but still I kind of ponder the crit.
Well,
it's just it comes down to the personal preference.
Oh well.
Rant and rave about TF2 for a while. I appreciate y'all coming back and watching my videos. There's more to come soon, so I will talk to you nieces and nephews next time. Oh, also, if you enjoyed this more casual style video of me kind of chatting over gameplay, then you should check out me playing games with my friends on the Maximum Damage channel. We played Baldur's Gate 3, we played Plants vs. Zombies, a classic. We're coming out with more of these kind of, I don't know, I guess you would just...
Using the Vor plant.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
No. No, please,
I know what I'm watching after this.
Fuck yeah.
I love
please don't call chompers like that a boar plant.
guys.
Oh,
Do you ever use the vor plant? I know I do.
no, please don't make me think.
The vor plant uses me.
No, no, don't make me imagine.
Call them Let's Plays or like a Game Grumps Oni Plays style of commentary. Yeah, if you're interested in seeing me play other games besides TF2, go and check that out. Here's a clip from the Plants vs. Zombies one.
Sounds like rain hitting a tin roof and all
Yeah,
the
but look
freaking
how many
balls.
nuts I
Guys,
Listen. Uncle Dane trying to escape the TF2.
I was literally just about to say, guys, did you guys know Uncle Dane is trapped in the TF2? This is so awesome.
This is a good way of promoting it, though, because it's
I
like
agree.
short. It's at the end of the video. If you're not interested at all, you just click off already.
Yeah, I agree.
I
hate it.
Dude, I love that sound. Specifically, you get that sound when you hit the bucket, guys.
Holy shit, it's Soundsmith. Chat, it's Soundsmith. Say something funny. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the ting
With the
ting
peas,
ting.
yeah, I love
hate
that.
Super satisfying.
This is
Honestly, like this game is so well made.
feels like there's rats in my ears or something right
Sound
now.
design is so good. I love the rats in my ears.
Nice. I'm glad to hear it.
I love rats in my ears.
I love rats in my ears.
Oh my.
Of your rats.
Nice. What the fuck? What does that mean? Yeah, that was the video. That was one of the videos of all time for sure. I think it was mostly well spoken. I just wish the video was edited differently and that it didn't sound like a fucking series of things. But I guess he said it's like a casual, I'm just talking over gameplay. I'm just saying words while things happen in the background.
Instantly invalidates
As
your
far
points.
as a just saying words over gameplay video goes, like
That was one of
I
the
feel
better
like it was
ones.
pretty well done.
Yeah, it was one of the better versions of that. I enjoy it. I mostly agree that the teamwork that TF2 offers is very suggestive. It's not super upfront. Yeah, I like the comparisons to Overwatch and the soft comparison to DRG. I think it served the video well. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to do, which is crazy. I was going
Tier list.
no tier list for today. I honestly just can't take it anymore. No, that's not real. That's not real. I'm just kind of tired. Shockingly enough. Yeah. I don't. Do you guys have anything to say? I don't have anything to say.
Well, that was a fairly good podcast, I guess. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think it was good. We're not doing an Uncle Dane videos tier list. Chat.
Oh no, that'll end up being.
Does that wait? Actually, now that you mention it, hold on. Does that exist? If that exists,
Does it?
If that exists on Tier Maker,
that definitely exists.
I've seen most of his videos.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Dane. I looked up Uncle Dane and there is literally nothing. So, we have iconic Uncle Grandpa characters tier list. We have Uncle Neighbor characters. That sounds like something Alan would know about. Alan, do you know what Uncle Neighbor is?
I really don't. Why would I know about that?
Well, I mean, just look at the let me let me put the logo on screen.
Actually, there's what?
Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. I learned what Uncle Neighbor was. I'm not putting it on screen.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a good never mind. That's a good way to Uncle Neighbor's a good way to stop the podcast. Well, thank you both for coming on. I'm glad our Royal Rumble turned out two wonderful people, wonderful guests.
Actually,
wait, do we have to push each other out of the ring now?
No, you just have to shill yourself. Fish, what are you working on? What do you got coming down the pipeline?
Right now, I'm working on a few things. I'm working on a video for the Flying Guillotine. I'm gonna write a script for the Gloves of Running Urgently, basically right after this is done. I am working on a video for episode 3 of the live action Avatar series. I have several videos on the first 2 episodes on my other channel.
Very good. Go check it out.
Yes.
Actually, can I start off some kind of it might be controversial talk about Uncle Dane here
Mhm.
before we ending. So some people thinks that Uncle Dane should take responsibility of 2016 Meteor Match flop
Oh,
because
absolutely not.
yeah,
I know where this is going.
yeah,
No, no.
yeah.
Fuck no.
I think it's no, but still, some people really thinks that he
Some
should.
people are
Yeah,
wrong and cringe. I don't know
yeah.
who the fuck actually unironically thinks that like Uncle
They
Dane is the result is what no.
yeah,
No.
they really think that
The
they,
most you could possibly argue is that he swayed the vote in favor of Pyro, and like, fuck off. Pyro deserved it anyway. I say this as someone who voted for Heavy.
Yeah,
Pyro deserved to win the vote.
Pyro did deserve to win the vote.
Anyway, yeah, I really kind of, I always those kind of people emerge for some reason. I mean, the competitive players have they should take responsibility about the midterm match. Uncle Dane should take responsibility. I mean, what are those people?
Why are YouTubers taking responsibility for something that Valve made? Why are you
Guys,
stupid?
it's actually my
Yeah.
fault. I created the bots. It's all me. We should blame me for creating the bots.
Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say that thing because it bothers me so. It's been bothering me so much because, I mean, Valve made all the weapons unusable, right? I mean, how come people think that competitive players wanted to make that happen? How come people think that Uncle Dane wanted to see a Sandman getting nerfed to the ground to this
That was
level?
Uncle Dane. That was all Uncle Dane. Uncle Dane made that real.
Hot take. I think that Gunmetal had way worse weapon balancing than Meet Your Match.
I don't know about weapon balancing. I just don't like the things it did.
The Gunmetal buffed the Vaccinator and the Kunai and nerfed the Tamer, so it's on my shit list.
Anyway,
that's fair.
Anyway, just wanted to say that there are people thinking that Uncle Dane and Benny actually redesigned the weapons to the
How the fuck?
Yeah, like they did it
level
themselves or something, and didn't just like Benny. I think provided some input. Like, I think one example is that Valve wanted to buff the reserve shooter because not enough people used it. And then Banny had to be like, no, the reserve shooter is actually really fucking good. What are you talking about?
But still,
like, it's already really good.
He gave his opinion, and Valve, who probably made all the all the specific changes, right?
Yeah, like that's all I know is that Valve said they wanted to buff the reserve shooter. If that's all they said, then like Banny would probably be providing his input on that and just like, okay, sure, yeah, that sounds good to me, or that sounds terrible to me. So if they're going to him doing like, say, Meet Your Match or Jungle Inferno or whatever, and there's like, okay, we want to, I don't know, buff the Bison, and they think they're buffing the Bison by making it do actually consistent damage. What they don't tell you is that the consistent damage is fucking garbage. Then, yeah, then Banny's probably going to sign off on something like that.
Basically, Valve is fucking stupid, and
it's
people
Valve's
are
fault, yeah.
people are somehow blaming other people who gave the maybe an opinion to Valve, possibly to scapegoat. I don't understand. They should blame. Yeah.
What Valve did for Jungle Inferno balancing was genuinely fucking genius, and I'm so sad that they haven't like haven't done anything for weapon balancing since then outside of Blue Moon, because it's like we don't get to actually give our input on the balance changes before they end up happening, because otherwise we would have gotten a fucking ambassador that has random bullet spread on it that balances out its headshots. That would have been fucking terrible.
Oh god, I don't want to think about
it would
that.
be bad.
Still, I kind of I agree, but still the day one ambassador was so fucked up. Jungle Inferno day one ambassador. I still think ambassador is still too weak, I guess, but still, yeah. At least the idea of the very idea was.
I like the ambassador. I like the ambassador where it is now.
Actually, yeah, back then the ambassador from the 3 kilometers away from you headshotting for 102 damage was maybe that guy tried to grind for thousands of hours to get that kind of insane aim, but still, yeah, arguably annoying. You don't want a second sniper class in the game,
especially
where
a sniper class that could just like cloak or dead ringer away from anyone who actually tries to punish him for that.
Alan, someone in chat asked where they can buy you.
What?
Someone in chat asked where they could buy you.
TJ Maxx.
They don't sell furniture at TJ Maxx.
What's an American furniture store?
I have
Bed
it.
Bath and Beyond. Wait, are
Bed
they
Bed Bath and Beyond?
Bed
What?
Bath and Beyond.
Wait, what? Do they sell furniture at Bed Bath and Beyond?
Well, there's
probably
beds,
sell
are there
beds.
not?
Am I
Are
wait?
there not beds
They
and
probably
baths?
sell beds, baths, and beyond. Actually, now that you mention it,
Wait, hold on. I guess
I
they
hope
do.
sell beds and baths there.
I guess they do. For some reason, my brain always said that like Bed Bath and Beyond was like Bath and Body Works, but like the same store.
yeah.
I think I
No,
just
that's
get them
also where
mixed
Adam
up.
Sandler bought his universal altering
His
remote
remote.
control.
That's
from,
true. That's true.
What a great movie that did not give me like an existential crisis.
Click. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't like it when Adam Sandler was dying as a fat old sad bastard out in the street, surrounded by his family who hates him.
Nah.
Yeah.
Sounds like Breaking Bad.
How how did that get resolved? It was all undone because consequences aren't real.
I think it was like all a dream or something. Like he wakes up back in the Bed Bath and
Yes.
Beyond, and he's just like, "Oh, I guess I will stop being an asshole to my family."
This
It
is
was all a dream, guys.
this is truly what people wanted out of this episode of UFR. They wanted
We
the
wanted to talk about Click
they
starring Adam
want
Sandler.
they wanted the conversation about Click starring Adam Sandler. This is
No.
why you stay.
We have good old Adam Sandler being like, "Whoa, I'm gonna slow down time so I could look at this lady's bouncing boobies," and it's just like, "Oh, I've missed out on my dad dying before my very own eyes,
It
and
really
now
s-
I'm dying,
it really
and I
says
and
have
now I'm
missed
dying,
my
but
entire
actually
life.
nothing is real.
Nothing is real.
None of it mattered.
None of it mattered.
None of
yeah.
it mattered."
What a great movie.
It's such whiplash.
We need to watch. Whiplash is such a good movie.
No, Click is such a whiplash.
It's emotional whiplash, tonal whiplash.
Yep.
Fish, have you seen Elemental, the Pixar movie?
I have not. No,
Damn.
I've heard middling things about it.
I came to the conclusion it was a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because, like, it has some things that are really cool, but it also just is like the plot makes no sense and the characters make dumb decisions, so I don't know where the fuck to put it.
Fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Pixar has been on like a 5 out of 10 streak for a while now.
Oh yeah, they have been batting mid right now. They are on a solid mid streak.
It's been a while since I even saw a Pixar movie. I don't even
same.
remember what Pixar made recently.
There's a I'm trying to think what. Hold on, I'm looking at Pixar's catalog. I wonder what the last good, like really good Pixar movie was.
The latest Pixar movie I remember is actually Ratatouille, I guess.
That
was like 2009.
2007.
I know, but still,
Oh,
I'm
God.
having a hard time remembering Pixar movies now. Up was good too.
I think the last Pixar movie I would consider to be pretty like above a 7 or like a 7 out of 10 or higher would be Soul.
Oh, Soul, yeah, I forgot that it even released. Oh,
Okay,
I
people
should have
said
watched
that one was good, but I haven't seen it.
I think Soul is really good. I think it gets a bad rap because it's sandwiched between a bunch of garbage.
Well, it's in kind of the garbage era of Pixar.
Well, yeah, because let's see, like, okay, we've got
Incredibles 2 sucked.
Well, got-
Toy Story 4 wasn't very good.
yeah, Incredible.
No one
Oh,
saw
that's what we're
Onward.
missing. Oh shit, no, I'm so sorry. I told everyone we were leaving. We could do a Pixar movie tier list and just say
Oh
fuck.
no!
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. We found it. We found guys. We found it.
Yeah, we found our tier list.
We
And then we could do the DreamWorks movie tier list.
yeah. We didn't do this, did we? No, we
think
did
so.
this already.
Didn't
Wait,
we?
no, we did this because Zesty said that Toy Story 3 was in like B tier, and we were all like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's
No,
yeah,
we did
I
do
really
this
want
already.
To ask him to.
Oh, when was this
yeah.
at then?
How Toy Story 3 is? What the fuck?
Wait,
Isn't
what-
it
where was
S
what?
tier, without a doubt.
Where was what at? Fish?
Well, when was this at? Like, what stream was this?
I don't remember. Hold on, let me look. Let me find it. We gotta go to the Upon Further Review channel real quick.
I would hate for you to plug that on this.
Guys, did you know that we have a channel and you guys should go subscribe to it? Smile.
You should go see the Upon Further Review channel where you can see such videos being reviewed as Consider and others.
And the other ones, yeah.
And also,
It wasn't episode 14 because that was Soda. Was it
Soda.
13? Oh, I nailed it. I got it first try. It was
Hey.
Big Citrus return stream. Or no, it wasn't. Zesty left, and then he came back to talk about how our placement was wrong. Okay, so yeah, I've got the final tier list right here. Toy Story 4 was in the very bottom, and it's below everything else in a tier that's unnamed, but it's just a red line, because it's the worst one.
I don't even think it's that bad. I think it's just like the ending is really stupid, especially in like.
I think
fuck, man. I'd probably put it above like Incredibles 2 or Cars 2 at least.
I think you could probably argue that it's better than those. I just hate the character assassination. They assassinated the shit.
Oh, absolutely. I don't disagree with that.
Every single Pixar character, they just like, or every single Toy Story character, they're just like, fuck you. You guys are all bitches now. I hate you both.
Yeah, Incredibles 2 and F tier, that's good. I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur. I did see Turning Red. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's really bad. Yeah, Brave, Monster University, Finding Dory, Lightyear. Elemental is in C. I'd probably move it down.
10 C tier, that sounds about right.
No, I'd probably move it down. I'd move now that I've actually seen it, because this was based off of what people in the panel had seen. I hadn't seen it yet. I'd probably move Elemental. Elemental's worse than Brave. Brave is at least tolerable. Like, it's above a 5, I think. Actually,
is that Cars 1 in F tier?
No, Cars 2 is in F tier.
Okay.
Cars 1 is in. Oh, Cars 1 and 3 are both in C tier.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Toy Stories 1 and 2 are. Or no. Sorry, it was the inverse. Toy Stories 1 and 2 are in A, but Toy Story 3 is in S, which I think is stupid. Because I think all of them are like equivalent, and by equivalent I mean I think they're all like 10s. Like they're all incredible films. I don't think
probably would rank it like 2, 1, 3.
See, that's everyone.
Like, it's like it's 3 10s fighting for the same spot. Basically.
Yeah. Like I don't know why we're doing this with the.
That's just preference at that point.
Yeah, I don't know why I let them do this. They all of the Toy Story movies should be in S tier.
It's so shocking to see just Brad Bird topping out both top slots in S tier and then also F tier. There he is with Incredibles 2. Like, god damn it, Brad Bird. What happened with that movie?
With which one?
Incredibles 2.
Oh yeah, no, it I don't know. They put too much of the spotlight on one of the characters, but they didn't intertwine why the other characters mattered. They like
the villain is just so awful.
The villain's terrible. The plot doesn't make any sense. They assassinate Mr. Incredible. Yeah, it's really bad. Bad film. Bad. Yeah. I think in hindsight I'd probably move Toy Story 2 and 1 up to S tier. Keep Coco and Finding Nemo in A tier, and then move Soul and Inside Out down. So then they're the only 2 in A tier. That's probably what I would do with hindsight. Because I think that Soul and Inside Out are good, but I don't think they're like to that caliber of like Finding Nemo and Coco.
Yeah, I saw Inside and I was just like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
this is a good tier list. This is the best tier list, actually. This is definitive.
The best one.
The best one.
We should do DreamWorks then.
What? I have not seen all. We're not doing DreamWorks. I have not seen like any of them.
Damn.
Top tier.
Shrek is an S tier. Shrek 2 is an S tier. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is an S tier. Puss in Boots 1 is in like C tier. There you go. Did it. All the other ones are in F tier. Wait, no, it's Flushed Away. Flushed Away is DreamWorks. Flushed Away can be an S tier.
Yeah, Flushed Away is DreamWorks. Also, they're not all in F tier. Prince of Egypt.
I didn't know. Yeah, no, you're right. Wait, no, I actually have seen enough DreamWorks movies. Hold on.
Road to El Dorado.
You're so right. Damn. Actually, I've seen enough DreamWorks movies. We can do this real quick.
The horse movie. That's also a good one.
We can do this real quick, okay? Ants.
I haven't seen Ants.
S plus.
S. Okay. I have to make a new tier because
I don't mean that.
Oh, okay. Where's Ants going, Alan? This is your choice.
It's I don't know, D.
D, yeah, that's about right. Prince of Egypt is an S.
S tier.
Road of El Dorado is an A tier. Joseph King of Dreams is in like C tier. It's like
I've never seen that.
I've
either.
seen it. It's worse than Prince of Egypt by a long
Well,
mile.
obviously, everything is worse than Prince of Egypt.
Chicken Run is an S tier. It features an uprising. It's basically Animal Farm. It's basically Animal Farm, and it's also really Chicken Run's great. I need to watch it again. It gave me nightmares as a kid.
Oh, chickens are organized.
Basically, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What was I doing? I was doing
You
something.
were putting all of the Shreks in S tier.
I was not putting Shrek 3 in S tier. Shrek 3.
Oh, the Shrek 3 get its own tier.
No, I'm making a tier for the haven't watched.
Should
Oh, okay,
put
fair
Shrek,
enough.
the Shrek tier above the normal S tier.
The Shrek tier.
S tier, but it's got the Shrek ears on it.
I wish. Yeah. Hold on. I'll add a Shrek tier.
Make it green.
I got it. I got it. I know. A Shrek.
I also wish DreamWorks made more 2D movies. Spider King.
Shrek 1, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third can go in F tier.
Yeah.
Spirit I haven't seen. I don't even know what that
Spirit's
movie
really
is.
good.
Is it? Okay, I'll take how good? Is it Road to El Dorado good?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. Sinbad?
I haven't seen Sinbad in since I was a little kid. I remember nothing about it except that Eris was hot.
It goes in all right. It goes in haven't watched. Shark Tale?
That's
F tier?
It's an F tier, but it's such a fascinating F tier.
It's so funny. It's really, really funny. Madagascar.
I want to say
the first one.
B. It feels like it'd be comfy in B.
I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, the first one, Alan.
They go to Grand Central Station, so that's at least B tier.
Okay. Wallace and Gromit.
I also haven't seen that one since I was a little kid.
I haven't seen it in a while. What do you think, Alan?
I haven't seen it in a while.
Okay. It goes in haven't watched. Over the Hedge. D tier.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Flushed Away goes in A tier. I will take no arguments.
B movie B tier.
B movie goes in B tier.
B movie's B tier.
B movie is in B tier. Kung Fu Panda is in S tier.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, all the Kung Fu Pandas are in S tier. Where's the third one? I haven't seen the third one. I'm putting it in S tier.
What?
The third one isn't as good as the first two, but
Yeah,
it's like
third one is
We've
B,
woken
I think.
DeWill with rankings of the Kung Fu Panda movies. He said, "No, now is my time." Okay, I'll put Kung Fu Panda 3 in A tier. Madagascar
Sure.
2.
Not as good as the first one.
Actually, if I can, I'd like to move Kung Fu Panda 2 on the very first of the S tier.
No.
I think Kung Fu Panda
No,
2 is
listen.
by far the best.
No.
Listen, it's not better than Prince of Egypt.
It's not better than Prince of Egypt.
Ah,
Nothing is better than Prince of
No.
come on.
Puss in Boots: The Last Witch is slightly better than Prince of Egypt.
Listen. I love Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It's not better than Prince of Egypt.
It is so they are so close to me. They are tens. They are
I will
both
give
tens.
I will give it a solid second place. There is no shame in a silver medal.
Okay, yeah.
I agree.
That's
I
fair.
agree. Prince of Boots, Last Wish, yeah, definitely S tier.
That's fair.
Madagascar 2 can also go in B tier, right next to its brother.
It's worse. I think
Okay,
it's
then
worse.
C tier.
Yeah, it goes in top of C. I think also Madagascar 3 goes in top of C. Monsters vs. Aliens is bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I'm putting it in
We
E
need
tier.
someone in the E tier.
Yeah, I'm putting it in E tier. How to Train Your Dragon is A tier.
S tier.
Yeah.
A
It's
tier?
up there.
I would go S.
I'd like to say A, but yeah.
It's better than the Road to you're right. It's better than the Road to El Dorado. Shrek, I think it's Shrek Happily Ever After, which goes in the Shrek
Oh,
tier.
the fourth one.
Yeah, that goes in the Shrek tier. That's good enough to be in the Shrek tier. Megamind?
A. I'd say A.
A.
I
At
would
top
also say A.
I would say top of A, yeah.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots, the first one, goes in D.
C tier.
D.
I wonder.
Top of
D
D.
is-
Top of D.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a very forgettable movie. I remember basically nothing about it except for the egg.
Exactly.
Yeah, the egg, very uncomfortable looking egg.
He was always there.
Rise of the Guardians?
C,
I
I guess.
remember it.
I've never
I'd
seen
say
it.
C. The characters were awesome, but yeah, the story itself wasn't very great.
I feel like I liked Jack Frost in that movie. He was interesting.
D or
Yep,
C?
Jack Frost.
Yeah, but the C.
Okay. The Croods. F
I
tier.
haven't saw it.
I remember nothing about the Croods except Nicolas Cage was a monkey.
I am putting it in E
What?
tier. Turbo goes
He's
in
a
F.
caveman.
Turbo goes in F tier, and it goes at the bottom of F tier. It's really, really bad.
I haven't seen it actually.
It's really,
I haven't.
it's fucking hilarious. It's a great movie to watch while drunk or high. I assume. I wouldn't know from experience, but I'm assuming that's
Oh
true.
no, you were sober through Turbo?
I've seen Turbo at least 5 times, and every time
Oh,
it gets
God.
worse. But it's so funny. I will take no Turbo defense in the chat. Mr. Peabody and Sherman goes in E tier. I assume no one's here has seen it.
I have not. No.
Why is Shark Tales an F tier?
Because it's
Because
bad.
it's very bad.
Are you okay?
There's the Shark Mafia. That's all you really need to know.
There is the Shark Mafia. That's all you. That's exactly what I'm saying.
It goes in S for shark. I joke. No. Okay. So How to Train Your Dragon 2 is in S tier, but slightly worse than the first one, right? Okay. Penguins of Madagascar.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Cool.
I haven't too.
I haven't either.
I've seen like one clip of the movie where it's like this wonder shot of them falling out of a plane. It's actually kind of interesting, but like I haven't seen the actual movie.
Key tier.
Someone in chat is
Here for penguins.
Someone in chat is very confused about why we're not talking about TF2.
This is the TF2.
This is the TF2 stream. This is what you wanted. This is like YouTube Rewind.
We're out of the bubble.
We have escaped. Home.
We escaped into a worse bubble.
I also haven't seen that.
The tier list bubble. Sorry, I got important thing. I have seen Home, and I remember it being bad. It's going in D tier.
Rihanna is friends with the Bazinga alien.
Bazinga alien. Trolls.
Also haven't seen that.
I haven't seen this one either. I haven't watched Boss Baby. I'm adding a boss. I'm adding a Boss Baby tier list.
Tell me it's below F.
I'm adding a row. I'm adding a row for the Boss Baby tier, Boss Baby, and I'm putting it below everything else. Yeah.
Good.
Fuck it. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. I'm coloring the tier dark gray.
Good. Boss Baby was Oscar nominated. Well, so was Shark Tale.
That also encompasses the second one. Captain Underpants.
Haven't seen it.
Okay, cool. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is also slightly worse than the other two, but it goes in S. Actually, it might go in A. Is it? How much worse is it? F mine. Everyone was saying F for fucking.
I'd leave it in S tier. I think it's DreamWorks' just absolute best trilogy.
I agree. It's like their Toy Story. Although
Yeah.
I don't think they are as good as the Toy Story movies. I think they're like if we were to rank all of these, they would be in like A, and the Toy Story trilogy is in S. Abdominal, abominable.
Abominable?
I can't. I'm so tired. Abominable.
I haven't seen that. I don't think anyone did.
Okay. Trolls World Tour.
Well, I was such a big fan of the first one.
Crude's a new age. We're rolling through mid right now. I don't know what happened.
Oh god, all the animation studios, they just go through this fucking and then they come out with Puss in Boots 2. It's just like, oh wait, there's DreamWorks. I remember you.
Yeah. A Horse Girl movie? I can't even read it. I think it says Sprint.
Oh, that's another Spirit. It's like a spin-off movie or something. I don't care. The first one was amazing. I didn't care enough to watch the second one.
Okay. The Bad Guys. I heard it was great, but I have not seen it.
Same.
Fuck.
I think it was pretty good.
Pretty good? Where would you put it?
Where you put it?
We'll put it in B tier for bad.
There you go. B tier for pretty good.
Pretty good.
Teenage Kraken.
No one saw that.
Okay, cool. The third Trolls movie.
There's 3? I thought there were only 2.
The disappointment. Guys, did you know there's a third Trolls movie?
President Bush, a third Trolls movie is heading.
Cousin haven't watched with all the other ones. Orion in the Dark.
I don't think that one exists yet.
Kung Fu
That one
Panda
even out?
4.
I didn't see that one. Everyone told me it was kind of bad.
Okay, cool. That this is the official. This is the official official UFR the DreamWorks movie tier list. How do... Wait, hold on. I have to zoom in so I can get everything.
The boss baby
Export
absolutely
that
deserves to be
shit.
down in the pits of Tartarus.
Very cool. Thank you.
Very correct.
I'm glad we could finally end. Make sure to join the Discord to see that exclamation point Discord.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Make your own DreamWorks tier list.
Make
Send them to us on Twitter.
Send them to us at FishStickOnAStick. Don't at fish. It's at FSOAS on Twitter. Underscores somewhere in there probably.
There's somewhere.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to bed. I don't know about you guys. And
I have to go to work.
I will stay up all night editing a video, I guess.
oh no, at 3 it's 3 in the morning. Don't do that.
You call 3 a.m. morning, huh?
It is.
Still, yeah. Anyway, I really want to finish up this video as soon as possible because today, at least in Asian Legion right now, is June 3rd, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's best time to release a video with, and I think it's the best time to break my hibernation.
Okay.
I kinda unlucky that my first video after the hibernation was the mental breakdown against Belb kind of video though.
Oh.
Anyway, still it'll be interesting.
Probably gonna be a mental breakdown too.
Well then, yeah, it was a fun experience.
Yeah, we watched a video and
we
came
ranked
to the conclusion that the Prince of Egypt is the best one.
Yeah, which is good. That's important. Yeah, I think we can end stream. Bye-bye. Hooray.
Bye.